Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the Friday daytime stream. Can you believe it's already 3:40 p.m.? Jeez, man. All right. Today, becoming the world's first trillionaire. Let's see. Becoming the world's first pokey trillionaire. Maybe that would be a funny thing. Nah, that's dumb. So, becoming the world's first trillionaire. I don't know. That's not necessarily related to what we're doing here in the stream, isn't it? Let's say fresh solo leveling. All right, there we go. Now we're started. Let's see. What's this called? This is called Fates Collide. Fates Collide, Pack Break, Naruto, Box Break. And let's see. Pricing up slabs. So we got a little bit of solo leveling, not a lot. I'm not even going to update the menu because we're going to find out if it gets bought out first. We're going live for Friday. Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, that's been pinged. Let's go ahead and open up the side window. Copy this. Toss this in here. We'll go ahead and pin this. We did start a bit late. I was hanging out with Karis for lunch, I guess. Payout incoming. Yeah? Oh, good. I need that payout. Your order has been shipped. Tracking your order. And then here's PSA. Okay, so we're going to close all that. All right. And then Blake Santoro paying off his slab away. All right. All right, so that's completed. That's good. We'll throw that away and hit enter. All right. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click on this. All right. And now we're going to open the iPad. Let's get the iPad opened. Last night was pretty busy. We had a busy ass stream last night, guys. Let's try and find this stream so we can get the comment section. Here it is. The Naruto box has 3 people in it now. We're going to pop out this chat. Okay. Day 2 of stocking Mister for Stranger Things TCG. I knew about the Stranger Things TCG. I just never bought it. Oh, did I bring my drink in? Yeah, I brought my drink in. Good. Mr. Surge sent me Gordy's. Ew. Still riding the high from yesterday. Oh, nice, dude. All right. Michael Pettiford says, ship out my stuff. Yes, today's Friday. If you could get that, if you can order a round of shipping, I would do it because Alexis is going to come in and do the shipping today. So now's a good time to do it. This set has some bangers in them. All right, let me move this back down. Last night we discovered this Pokemon Go Squirtle is expensive, which shocked me. Definitely didn't expect that. Let's fix this camera. Let's pull some of these cards away. Let's see. Today we have the Arabi giveaway. Mr. Arabi. Give Mark's Aerodactyl to Sarah. Okay. Not gonna lie, this is a good stream to be a cute girl in, man, because there's a lot of generous guys in this stream, from my point of view. Yeah, I'm gonna start wearing a wig. You're gonna have to call me Darylina or something. Here we go. Good. How much is that Fates Collide? $12 per spot for the Fates Collide. What were we doing? Michael Pettiford. All right. We haven't had a lot of new guys in a while. We gotta get some new guys in here, man. I always like seeing orders from new guys. Fresh blood. Fresh meat. You can call us Simps. Since it's the cutest. How much is the Fates Collide? All right, so Michael. Here it is. We're going to increase the weight here. I actually don't know how much this guy has. Can you guys hear that music at all? Let me turn the music down a little bit. I no longer identify as a woman. I'm a slowpoke. What? Put this over here. Throwing this away. Closing my phone. Well, well, well. Here we are again, guys. Today, Elon Musk becomes a trillionaire? What do you guys think of that? The first time, I guess the first time, a man has become a trillionaire. Kind of makes billionaires look poor, right? Like, he's not even that wealthy. This guy over here is only a billionaire. Remember all the times you heard the top 1% of the top 1% billionaire? We got tax billionaires. Well, now it's trillionaires, guys. Billionaires were so yesterday. It's all about trillionaires now. Oh, those trillionaires. God. He didn't make $1 trillion of cash, though. He owns a bunch of stock in his two companies, and then he like combined them and made one of them publicly traded. And so now, actually, did he combine them? I don't know if they're combined. So he has Tesla and he has SpaceX, two separate companies. So this guy's running two huge companies, and one of them was private, and now he's making it a public company. And it's like a rocket company. So there you have it. He gets contracts from the government to make missiles. How crazy. Can't eat my slowpoke tail. Slowpoke tail is a delicacy. Mister, I sent it for my bag and Slabs to be shipped out. Yes, sir. I'm loading that up right now, actually. Here it is. And print. There you have it. SpaceX stock is overvalued. He won't be a trillionaire for long. Yeah, I didn't buy any. I didn't buy any because I just assumed the hype dogs will turn it into a meme stock, and so everyone will be jumping into it because it's a meme stock. So I do not want any. All right, if I want to gamble my Pokemon, I'll just open Pokemon. If I want to gamble my money, that's what I'm going to say. If I want to gamble my money, I'll just open Pokemon. This guy up to 7, by the way. 7 out of 36 is pretty good progress. Thank you, Mr. Michael. He shipped. Excuse me. All right, little cough there. Unavoidable cough. So we started off with the Michael Pettiford shipping and a Mr. Blake Santoro who finished his slab away. Now, let's see. Here's that Pikachu from the thumbnail. You guys want a Pikachu? Let's get a price tag on this guy. Mister, you didn't open my Send Heroes packs last night, didn't we? Tell me about it, Mr. Javier. Which one? This would be very hard to track. Let's see. Tell me a little bit about it. Let's get started on it. So Javier, you're going to be a PayPal order. So let's get in the PayPal queue. Will you evolve if Javier bites your tail? All right, so let me grab this. You open my live custom. Okay, that's a clue. So you're saying it's for the order with the live custom. Javier, 2 live custom, 2 ascended heroes. Is that it? The very last one? Here you are, 2 ascended heroes. Okay. Ta-da, is that correct? That's an easy enough fix. Couldn't happen to a better person. He's so humble. Hey, what's up, Mr. Ivan? That dude is a hardworking guy, you know. How can you be in charge of 2 pretty significant companies? Like I'm over here and I can't even run 2 YouTube channels. This he's the CEO of 2 companies. How's that possible? It hardly makes sense. He must have 0 life at all. Like that's all you can conclude. That guy's working 7 days a week, 30 days a month. He probably doesn't sleep much. He doesn't have an outside life. He's not, yeah, I don't think he's doing anything but working. Ooh. He has all that money. He could be doing stuff for fun. You realize that, right? Like he's got plenty of money. So he's just busy running businesses, and that's all he wants to do. And then he's a big owner in the business. Should I wash that? That looks kind of gross. What even is that? Is that like dirt from my hand? Like grime? Kind of an interesting thing. If I wash the scissors, does that make it less collectible or more collectible? It looks like it's dirt. Is that like a dirt buildup on the scissors? That's very interesting. Still riding the high from yesterday. Billionaires get to wait. Did I pin the wrong message? I pinned the wrong message. There we are. Replace pinned message. There we go. Let's see. No, keep the pin. I like it. Slowking's a new Pokemon. I'd pay to throw it away. All right, so let's open these up for Mr. Happy. Are you ready? So there's what appears to be like some kind of dirty grime on the scissors, and I could go wash that to make them nice and clean like before. Here's Noibat, Vikavolt, Trevenant. Okay, and we've got ooh, Mawile looks lovely. I like this artwork a lot. This artwork has wabi sabi. There you are. Look at how the houses like all tilt and the stairs aren't right. That looks great, man. Cool. Mawile getting a good artwork and Ascended Heroes. Elon Musk is a less manly Tony Stark. Mawile underrated. Maybe if we hit the 10-year anniversary for this channel, I will sell the scissors and get the exact same copy, the exact same pair. And what I'll do is I'll display them in like a samurai glass box or something, and we'll put it up for sale for like $100 or something like that, just for fun, just for the memories. All right. What are you throwing away? My hopes and dreams. Grab this. I guess I'll never be Mr. Olympia. Let's grab this. I'll just be some dorky Pokemon card collector. There we go. Also, today in the news, I guess Trump is declaring the Iran war is over and the Strait of Hormuz is open. I don't get it. It seems like we were blowing them up just like 2 seconds ago. I don't trust it. Is the stock market overall up? I didn't even look. Let's see if the stock market overall is up. Oops. DoorDash. I don't want DoorDash. Here we go. Yes. Looks like the stock market is up today. Not everything. A little bit mixed. Yeah, it's a couple things are mixed. Actually, you know what's I see what's down. Bitcoin's down. Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Coinbase are all down. Nintendo is down after they didn't announce a new Smash Brothers. That's interesting. Bitcoin is back to 63,000. Wow, dude. That is one spooky thing to buy. Let's see. So it hits a high. Bitcoin hits a high of like 63, huh? That's crazy. Man, that's a troubled the story around crypto is changing. It's no longer having a story of the best investment you've ever heard of. All right, so let's see. Let me hit refresh on this, and we're gonna go grab some fresh slabs. I think we're pricing this Surfing Pichu. What's this guy gonna cost? Like 35, 40 bucks? Where's Cheese? Yeah, Cheese kind of popped in and hung out last night. Yeah, you ready? What do you think of V Friends? There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know if it's gonna be like. Hold on, wait a second. Okay, like a dead fly. All right. Pikachu 111. I don't quite understand the angle with V Friends. I think it's like just this cute thing that Gary V made. Uh I don't consider it like investable, but it's just a bit of fun. It's just a top set. It's not a TCG. So it only sells if you want it. So yeah, this is just around 40. It's like 39, 38. I'm just gonna say 40. There it is. All right. Pikachu. That's a good one. Pikachu's easy. Oh, Diglett 8.5. Why even bother giving it the 8.5? Just give it an 8. There's already a bounty on a one of one V Friends, a large bounty. Yeah, I think they got Mr. Beast's signature in there. That's pretty cool. I've always said that there needs to be a card set with all of the internet's big YouTubers in it. So I've always said that. All right, looks like this one's going to be $18. Maybe do $17. Wow, I just straight up lose a bunch of money on that card. Oops. Just how it be. Just how it goes. Sponge with spatula. In a heavy holder, no less. Sponge with spatula. PewDiePie 1 of 1 signature. Yeah, I mean, these YouTubers have big followers, and so now they have like this wave to sell their signature. I'm sure Mr. Beast having his signature in the current one was a big payout. All right, so there is no SpongeBob SquarePants with spatula. Let's try SpongeBob Top Series 2. Mr. Ryder, 10 Pokey Shuffles. Am I muted? You're not muted. You're not muted. Now this guy should be pretty expensive. It's actually printed in 2009, and it's one of these SpongeBob satirizations of famous artworks cards. There's a lot of those. No, I shouldn't say that. There's not a lot of them, but it was part of a set, and this is one of them. I don't know the famous artist. Oh, here it is. So it looks like on April 30th, SpongeBob with bandaged ear, sold for 250. Oh, but that's a 9. Whoa, that is a 9. All right, sorry, throat itchy. I am him. That's a great idea. Sorry, I sent the correct $17. Let me try this 2009 SpongeBob. That might work. Hold on, give me a second here. I gotta clear my throat. All right, so here we go. SpongeBob 2009 create a scene. There's only one. So out of all the cards, there's only one SpongeBob from 2009 for sale, and it's for $1,200, and it's not even a crazy SpongeBob artwork card. So this is a kind of card that maybe should go off to eBay, and we should list it for an absurd price or something. Yeah, like here's SpongeBob High Noon or something like that, and it's PSA 9. And that one sold for 150. Here's a 9 sold for 250. Look, this was on March. So this is PSA 9, SpongeBob, Spongosaur. See, that's a 9. Sold for 240 on March 30. Let's see. Any others? Any others? Any others? Here's one. This is PSA 5, sold for 135. So considering that those are selling so cheap in a 9, I am just gonna go with a very high price. I'm not going to risk losing it because it's just as easy to hold this bad boy. Let's see what the population is. All right, sometimes a 9 on an extremely rare card is just like 1/10 the price of the PSA 10 if the 10 is virtually, unacquirable. So as a PSA 10, this card is population 3. And I'm going to put a big price tag on it. So if a 9 went for 250 and this is pop 3, I'm going to make this like 2,500 or something like that. Let's make it 2.4. All right. Yes, that's a very high price. No, I'm not expecting anyone to buy it. All right. Hey, all, happy Friday. Hey, what's up? Now, let's make sure we take care of everyone's orders. Let's start looking at the queue. Queue number 1, queue number 2, queue number 3. We have an order from Ivan Rodriguez. He says he'll take the Trico. Oh, not the Trico, right? You mean the Diglett. The Trico's $200. And that was based off of a last sold price, if you can believe it. Makes you want to open some Lost Thunder. All right, Mr. Ivan, you must have meant the Diglett. Well, I need like a cough drop or something. They need a Cardconomist 1 of 1 super refractor, and the image will be his sandals. Yeah, that'd be fun. Well, I think that if Gary V turns his V friends into sort of like YouTubers' signatures, I think that that's great. It's a good strategy, and people will certainly open his product just because they want Mr. Beast's signature. That's the only reason. Like, it's not about the artworks or like the cute little characters. It's more about, hey, that's a Topps Mr. Beast signature. That's a legitimate product now, you know? So will I be buying it? I don't think I'll be buying it. I'll probably be sticking to Pokemon. What do we have here? We have an order from somebody, Scott Benz. 10 Poke Shuffles. You got it. Mr. Scott, you got a bag? What name do you want me to write on the slab? Or what name do you normally go by on the website? Hey guys, I got a God Charming Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm so happy. Nice. Read my upper comment. 1, 2, 3. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The bonus card 11. So you get 11 total. When you buy 10 of these, one's for free. You know, I'd have that rule be not just for the Poke Shuffles, but maybe for some other products too. Like, maybe you should get one free if you open 10 live customs. I mean, why not? We do it with the Poke Shuffles. Why not the live customs? Why not the Waifu Shuffles? All right, here goes. 1, 2. Oh, Fui Coco popping out. One Fui Coco popping out. Let's just see. Ready? Fui Coco. Excuse me. Here he is. Okay. What do you guys think? One free live custom if you buy 10 in a row. I'll do it. That's a $250 purchase, so it's a pretty serious purchase. I'll do it. So for any of the random shuffle boxes, if you buy 10, you get one free. It's no longer just a Poke Shuffle thing. It counts for the Waifu Shuffle and it counts for the live customs. All of them share the same trick. So here he is, Fui Coco. That's the McDonald's Fui Coco. It's the same set that the Burger Chew's from. And so, yeah, it's actually not just one card in that set. Everyone focuses on the Burger Chew, but I mean, if the Pikachu is so popular, I imagine the whole set's going to do well. What do you think? I shall re-roll. Okay, sounds good. So the re-roll would actually be for 7, because notice how it's already at 40. So what happens is it'll go in to the box for 8, but your re-roll shall be for 7. That's how the re-roll works. Let's grab this. Poor Fui Coco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he goes back in for 8, but the re-roll is 7. It clicks down by 1. Okay, good luck in there. So that's risky. You had a break-even card, and now we're re-rolling for 7. So you gotta get lucky a second time. The re-roll must be pretty tempting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready? Big jackpot. Graveler. No! All right, I was holding my breath. Oh, man. That's really rough, Scott. All right. Dang, dude. Let's try and find a new card for this box, by the way. How about this? General Mills Pikachu. That looks great. That's pretty rough, Mr. Zanebi. What do you think of that? Oops. The re-rolls lead you down the dark side. Let's grab this. Alex says never re-roll. Yeah. Well, I mean, here, I'm gonna give him a bonus card. Here, you should have here, I'm gonna give you this Ghastly. What's the name on your bag? You got a bag? I'm gonna give you this bonus Ghastly today. I feel generous. Let's find a price for this Pikachu. No, my Pikachu. We're gonna say PSA 8 General Mills Pikachu. I'll show you a dark side. Sometimes the re-rolls lead into these really big improvements, but not always. Scott B. So the bag wouldn't say Z Nebby on it, but it could say Scott B on it. Let's see what it says, because we go by people's real names. All right, let's see. Savannah, haha, Mr. Scott, you got it, man. All right, a little bonus Ghastly in there for you, since it was a rough round. Okay. Sorry about that, man. Hey, what's up, Mr. Ant's Tacos? How many tacos have you sold? Let's see. Looks like we might have an order in the website queue. Yes. Hey, it's Mr. Shahir. What's up, man? He's got a big order. 10 live customs? All right, he's testing it out. Let's do it. So the same rule applies to the live customs and to the waifu shuffles. If you buy 10, you get one for free. If I do it for the, if I do it for the Poke shuffles, why not for all of them? Because it makes, it makes sense. It kind of makes the Poke shuffles a better deal than the live customs that you get 10 for one over there, but not 10 for one in the lives. All right, good luck. And make sure I grab enough that we can get 10. 1, 2, 3. So this is the first guy to order 10 with a bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You better get something from these, huh? Can't afford to not have something from. So here's the bonus pack. Hold this time with the little mommy in there. Here's Seal, Mega Hair Cross, Shark Girl. Are you nervous yet? This lady. Ah, how about another hit? We need another hit. There's a Ghastly. Oh, there you go. Now it's a good. Can you get a third one? A third one would be delicious. Not a third one. Ooh, this guy could use a sleeve. You got a couple notable cards in here, huh? That's usually a sign that you're in uncharted territory because when people re-roll, I don't use nice cards on the re-rolls. I just use, like Korean bulk or something on re-rolls. So you're in a part of the box that hadn't. It's virgin territory, virgin untouched land. Let's see. He says giving away 3,000 for free. Really? Up to date 16,000. That's a lot of product. 200 to the oldest break. Wow, that actually gets you back most of the value right there. Now, I don't know what the oldest break is. In fact, nothing's really old. Is there a particular break you prefer to go into? I can probably just send you in there. And then SM79 Shiny Celebi. That to me sounds like a pretty good card, actually. That sounds like the premium collection Shiny Celebi. You might actually done really well here because I think that card's expensive in a 9. 200 to the oldest break is a good card. All it does is take your money and put you into some other chance item, right? Rather than the live customs. You did very well. All right. Shining Celebi. Wow, wow, wow. So your total value is 350. Now you can re-roll this too, by the way. You don't have to keep this, but there it is. It's pretty old. It's 2017. Keep in mind that the Trico over there is 2018. So this is a pretty old card now. Almost 10 years old. Next year, this is a 10-year-old card. So that's your 9. You get to keep these. Can you show the breaks? So we got a couple box breaks, right? Tops Naruto, 1 in 10. OP5, which is 1 in 32, I think. And that's halfway full. It's $40. And then we've got one more box break. It's the Team Rocket box break, Destined Rivals. It's $40, 1 in 19. So that's the booster boxes. Then the table's got a number of individual Pokemon breaks. So we've got this big Charizard. He's definitely worth the spot. We've got this Heartbreak. This is the beautiful Ghastly. Yeah, like none of these are really old. I'll even let you take a spot in the Mega if you want. You want to spend money on that. Usually the Mega is excluded from star pulls. There's the Lightning Break with Snorlax. He's pretty cute. So, you can divide it amongst things if you wish, or just put it all into one, which is a cool idea if you think about it. Because if you go to a $40 break and take 5 spots, your odds are pretty good. If you spread it all about, you might get lucky and pull 2 items, but your odds are much tougher. See what I'm saying? So piling everything into one item versus spreading it around gives you better odds. All right, you got a box, don't you? You got your own box. Hold on, I gotta change this music. I really like the song that's playing, and that's why I can't be listening to it because I'll get bored of it if I hear it too many times. Throw me into the Mega, sure. So all 5 spots into the Mega, or what are you wanting to do with it? How you want me to distribute it? None of the breaks are old. That's what's interesting right now. I wouldn't describe any of the breaks as stuck. You could argue the One Piece break is getting kind of old. Yeah, the One Piece break is technically a little bit old, but it's not a Pokemon card. It is 5 into the Mega. The Mega's pretty old too, actually. So that's actually technically this is the oldest break. It's just we always exclude it from receiving the oldest break card. So Shahir, you get half of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So what you've done there, Mr. Shahir, is you've bought out half of a sub list. 5 spots remain. You could technically buy out the rest of that and have a whole mega spot in the Tyranitar. So you would have a guaranteed spot. If you let these 5 spots fill up, you'll have a 50% chance of taking the sub list, which is pretty sweet if you win, pretty tough if you miss. Now, how about this Shining Celebi? Is that a keep or a reroll? Keep Celebi? He already said. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I would have kept it too. That's a hard card to acquire these days. And then finally, this goes back into the live customs. So we've just had a rule change, guys. Live customs today are buy 10, get one free. And the Waifu Shuffle is the same thing. Buy 10, get one free. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're applying the same rule that we've been running in the Poke Shuffle this whole time. Yeah, it's really popular in the Poke Shuffle. And so I should have just had this available the whole time, don't you think? All right. 17,000 tacos sold, not including quesadillas. That's a lot of tacos. We are. What you need now is to train someone else to do your job for you. Then you're like a real business owner. That's what I'm not doing. I should be replacing myself. That's how you get really rich. You got to train people. You got to be somebody who likes to work with and train people. We are. I guess for me, my business occurs inside of my home. And I think after John, I wanted a little break from working with too many people. But I think I was kind of teaching Alexis to do this. But I don't know. That just didn't turn into anything larger later. We are. Ooh, we got Snorlax, Ghastly, Charizard, Shining Tyranitar. Right, tap that screen. No one can replace you, mister. Hired 2 people, can't leave my biz in other people's hands. Yeah, I would describe this as a small business, real small, almost a one-man business. And but Mr. Mike's side helps out a lot with the content, so we like him a lot. And Miss Alexis helps with the shipping. She's coming in today. So, mister, you can't retire. Yeah, that's right. In order to retire to be able to retire and still make money from this, I have to have somebody replace me. So that's why I'm hiring a Padawan who wants to take over the family business and allow me to retire. We the pay 100,000 a year. If you can replace me, I'll pay you 100,000. I have 20 pre-orders for Tom. For Tom. All right, let's get the next item. Ooh, another one of these Squirtles for 100, huh? Honestly, I really like this card. I was really surprised it was worth $100. That's not a theory that it's worth 100. That is a sold price on this Squirtle. That was a last sold price. All right. I had no clue it was so pricey. I'm going to put one of these in the live customs. Seems like live customs could use a new card. Just 2 trailers, easy 300,000. That's right. You know what? I'm putting some trailers on my property, make my neighbors all angry. They'll be like, this guy's operating a whole business over here. That's what I should do. My next house should be like a complex for business. And then I'll just invite people to live on the land itself right next to me. And then we'll just run like a triple Pokemon stream right out of the right off of the land. Okay, so here we go. So this is gonna say number 015 Squirtle P10. Say the word, I'll be there. Poke streaming. All right, let's see. And then we need some of these over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The ultimate Pokemon stream house. That'd be kind of an interest. That's an interesting idea. I don't know if my wife would like that, to be honest. Karis was kind of happy when John was out of here because that's just how girls are too, right? Like she wants the house to be private. She doesn't really benefit from having people in the house as much as I do. So imagine that you get your privacy back. All right. Then again, if you had let's say I had a property with 2 homes on it, the work home could be the one on the side. That'd be interesting. Ooh, what if I bought another house and it was where I drove to work, but it was a private residential property? That'd be interesting. A bunch of rip and ships in the same house. Mister, I hit request by accident and then sent payment for the Pikachu. This one right here. Okay, he's gone. Set that to the side. Ivan Rodriguez, Pikachu. Here it is. Mr. Ivan. All right. Yeah, I noticed that those Pokemon Go's got really expensive. Did you guys notice that? No wonder. 2 live customs and an ascended for Mr. Javier. All right. Good luck in there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Here's Don Dozel and Melo Etta. We're going to get fresh booster packs for this box eventually. It seems like these booster packs are really getting worn out. So we ought to pick like a new set. Maybe it could be Ascended Heroes and just start collecting empty booster packs from that until we have like a whole bunch of them. And then I'd love for all the booster packs and the live customs to just be one color. No more mixed colors. Or we could wait for the 30th anniversary. What do you guys think? You wait till the 30th anniversary? Let's see. Did you do the PSA return yet? Was it the one from December? Yes, yes. I don't know if any Jonas Gordon cards were in it. I think you might be in a different one. Was there Jonas Gordon cards in? I can't remember it. It should be posted in our Discord server. So yes, the PSA return is in, and we showed off all the cards. You can track everything in our Discord server. Mr. Javier, one ascended. Let's grab some ascended. So we could use English packs. Is there a reason I used the Japanese packs? Okay, there we go. I've been searching for that Dondozo. Is that the one with the Tatsugiri in his mouth? No, not that one. I mean, he is the Pokemon with Tatsugiri, but that artwork does not have a Tatsugiri in it. Pull some of these out. Okay. It's only the small December one that came back. So what if I trim these real careful on the top? I don't know. Maybe I won't worry about it for now. Maybe I'll do the 30th anniversary. I think the live customs would last that long, Ready? There we go. Tossing that. One big snipe. We got one Stunfisk. He's kind of a snipe, if you like Stunfisk. Live customs. Wink, wink. All right. Got your wrong one, LMAO. I'm sitting on an entire case of unopened 152. 152? We are. Let's see. There we go. Tossing this. And let's put this in the Javier's box. Very good. Lovely. Tossing this upstairs. Boop. All right. Oops. Now, let's see what's next. Jonathan Cham, 10 waifu shuffles. I'm busy working, so I won't be able to respond to chat. Wow. So the idea of 10 for one, 10 with the bone. Oops. Weird. How did that unmute? That was the bonus stream. All right, so that unmuted. It unmuted again. Whoa. All right, let's try that again. Backup streams playing twice, huh? Mister, you said that Japanese packs fit the cards better than the English packs. Was that the case? I wonder if that was why we ended up using them all that time ago. Of course, I think that those were special fat packs. Maybe that's what it was. All the way back then. All right, Mr. JC, 10 waifu shuffles. Let's see what he gets. Ready? Ready? Okay. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, good luck. You know, with these big ones, it would be rough if you missed, but I suppose it's possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The bonus card was a hit. So he actually pulls 4 slabs out of here. Wow, dude. That's crazy. You know, I always felt like the waifu shuffle was kind of loaded. People didn't often give it any attention, but I feel like a lot of cold ones had come out over time and not a lot of pulls. So here we go. 4 pulls out of the waifu shuffle there. Crazy. Oh, by the way, if you're listening, Mr. JC, we also have 2 boxes of this ready. Oh, wait a second. This is old Solo Leveling Volume 1. I didn't order this. Did he ship me the wrong Solo Leveling? I have Solo Leveling Volume 1 now. Well, apparently I have 2 boxes of Solo Leveling Volume 1 now. All right, so Iona, Janice, Bubble Egg, Bubble G, oh, Bubble Gum, and Oleana. All right, let's start looking. Let's start looking. Ariana, Mira, Turnup, Opus, One Piece, Oleana. So the very first card is a $60 card. Here's Bubble Gum. That's a $60 card. Here's Iona. There's no price tag on that one. And then Janice. Grozny, Janice. All right, we got Janice. There we go. All right, so it's interesting. It's a group of actually cheaper cards. And how would we actually do if you wanted to re-roll this? How would it work? Because if these are all 60, and it appears that they are, and this one's probably more like 40. So this one's probably 40, 60, 60, 60. So if we did a re-roll on these, you'd have to drop $20 from each one. Guess that's one of the downsides, huh? Yeah, you'd have to drop $20 for each re-roll. Mister, you said Japanese packs with the cards. Ooh, hey, what's up, Soul to Spare? How's it going, man? 152. What else? A bunch of river ships in the same house. My wife definitely wouldn't like it. It is. Look at that. So you got these 4 slabs. What are we thinking about these 4 slabs? That's a 10. That's a 10. That's a pristine 10. And this is a 9.5. A lot of decisions to make, actually. I'll just keep. All right, making it simple. I like it. Okay. And what does that add up to? I think it adds up to over 200. Okay, because that's 120. And that's 160. There you go. So 160 plus another, okay. So wait, that's 180 plus 40. So that's 220. Very interesting. I guess it's closer to more like break even scenario for that round. It is. I thought you were going to get like some crazy like $200 card this time. But you know what you didn't do? You didn't go negative. So you went a little bit positive on that round. Cool. That's very cool. Let's see what's next. Big JC order today. Thank you, Mr. JC. Let's hit refresh on the website. I don't think I'm getting website emails. All right. We're going to go ahead and price up some more cards. First, we got Jared Line, 3 Paldean Fates. So Paldean Fates, those have been moving a little bit. I think I will be doing a restock on the Paldean Fates because this is the Bubble Muse set, and I don't have a ton of it, and I think it's a real good set right now. So we're going to hit snip on this. And we'll snip on this. Okay. I just had the grades revealed to me for our like March submission. It's actually our most recent submission. And saw some tough grades in there. Saw a couple good ones too. Here's Charizard. In fact, most of my cards were bad, except for like the XY ones from that Ancient Origin box break. Remember that? Makes me think we got to do another XY Origins, another box break sometime. Here's Toadscruel. That's cool. And Heat Rotom and Toadscruel. I'm a walk to Tractor Supply. Okay. Here you go, Mr. Jared. Thank you so much, man. Ooh. Oh, cool. Jared. Mr. Jared. Where am I going to run into you? You got like a whole box just for you, don't you? Could have sworn you did. Yeah. Yes, you do. So we grab. Oop, 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 oop. We don't want all the boxes. Just this one. So we can grab this one. Yeah, a lot of cards to ship there, Jared. We'll pop these inside like that. All right. How's it going, guys? Happy Friday. Sponge with spatulas on sale finally. Only $2.4 thousand. I don't really know what to price them at, but I saw like a PSA 9 sell for $240. Not of this card, of a different artwork. And in general, I could only find 9s from this set. So this is the kind of card where we might be listing it up on eBay at that really high price just to see what happens. Just to test the market. We got this Moltres over here. Oh, yeah, I see this up here. Look. That's a bad edge. All right. So he probably is a 7. He's a nice vintage 7. Hey, what's up with him? What's up, him and Shunigi? All right, bro. 3 for 3. That's solid. What's solid? Okay. Rockets Moltres. We're going to say Black Deck Moltres. Doesn't look like there's any 7s for sale. Let me check sold, maybe. Here is a PSA 7 sold back in April. It went for about 180. Darn, man. I paid so much for that. That's going to be a loss. All right, I'm just going to go with it. That's the sold price. If it's sold for 180. Oh, this one's not first edition, though. Hold on, wait a second. Oh, I see. That one is first edition. This is a very confusing set. Give me a second here. Ours is first edition, right? Yeah, ours is first edition. So the one that sold wasn't first edition. Ours is first edition. It went for 175. So if ours is first edition, how does that change the price? I don't even know. I don't know how to change the price for that. I guess I'm just going to make it 225 maybe. It's definitely affordable. If this was a PSA 10, it'd probably be like 2.5 thousand. So 225, a little bit more expensive. All right. What do we got? What do we got? We have Miss Six jumping in. Hey, what's up, Six? Two gem twos. Ooh. Here they are, two gem twos. Snipping time. Ready? Okay. And what do we got? Here's a Vaporeon. Ooh. Turning the screen red. And here's Umbreon. All right, Umbreon, Vaporeon. I'm trying to get into Pokemon TCG, but I can't really decide if I should go with Japanese or English. I would like to hear your or chat's opinion. I don't really choose one over the other. I just get whatever I think is good. Like I don't worry about it. I don't worry about Chinese or Korean or any of that stuff. Well, I don't really collect too much of the Korean, and I'll tell you why. It's because I can actually usually afford a more expensive version of the card. So the Korean cards are so cheap, it's like I don't need to buy it cheap. But that should be really appealing to someone else who maybe is looking to get into Pokemon but not wanting to overspend. Maybe they're just dipping their toes into the water. I hear that the Korean language is trying to raise their price and be more on par with like Japanese and Chinese. Here's Bulbasaur 9 coming to the table. All right, Bulbasaur 9. PSA 9, classic Bulbasaur. Dang, mister, if that Moltres is there Tuesday, I'll sob it away. I'll gladly pay today for a hamburger today. Wait, what's the term? I don't remember the saying. So this is a $35 card as a 9, correct? Yes. Okay, not bad. Pretty cheap, actually. Ooh, look at this guy. So this guy's going to be put into a sleeve, and then he's going to be placed into the turn it into a breaks box. Let me see, right here. So these 3 are being saved for breaks, including this lovely Southern Island Togepi, Flareon, Alakazam. All right. It's like a higher tier card, you know. And here's a Sealdoss. I'm not ready for that Sealdoss. Here's another General Mills. Now, we just sold one of these, didn't we? How much did it go for? Oh, that was a PSA 8. So this one's a PSA 9. Let's take a look and see what the 9 does. General Mills, Pikachu. Pikachu. I spelled it wrong. I'm curious how the new printing facility will affect the print quality. That's a good question. Okay, looks like this guy's going to be about 40. Oh, we out of sleeves? Yeah, I'm throwing this away. And what's this underneath it? Are these fat sleeves? No, that's not fat sleeves. Hide that Moltres. I'm afraid I can't do that, Mr. Will Robinson. Yes. All right. There it is. Pikachu. Now, he's going to say 40. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Ah, that's the saying. Thanks, Mike Side. Here's an interesting card, graded 8. It's a Shining Mew. I think I was regrading it, hoping for a better grade. Bummer. I tried. Looks like I could have just sold it for what I originally got it at. All right. The Korean ones are cheaper, and I might go with the one more question. I couldn't really understand the pack's contents for the English ones. Is the 10 cards random? Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Shining Mew. Let me see. All fair game until I have the cheddar. Let me go ahead and lower this. Click. There's some good cards, man. I like the cards we're getting back here. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mr. Check Sell for an order. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so let me go ahead and price this. What's the number on that? Okay. Shining Mew, 220. And he said, check Zelle. We're checking Zelle. It's Alicia. All right, what's up, Alicia? 2 Fates pack splits, 1 Pokey booster, 1 Mega Tyranitar. Now, when you say 1 Pokey booster, what does that mean? Pokey booster? One Pokey booster. Well, let's start with the two fates. What's a Pokey booster? Okay. Alicia. Brown. All right. I need to put this somewhere. Let's see. The second split. That's what we're calling that pack split. It's called the second split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 here. All right, 5. 5 people in the Fates Collide pack split. It's a serious set now. It has Umbreon in it. One of the Mega Tyranitar. Booster box break. Ah, I got you. Okay. One box break spot. So you have spot number 6 on the sub list now, and there's 4 spots remaining on the sub list. All right, now 1 spot in the Destined Rivals box break. Okay. Box breaking time. Oops. Where is it? Oh, the quip drawing. I forgot about that. There's also the quip drawing break, and it's pretty close. I forgot to show that off. This. So you have entered the box break. There's you and Andrew in there. There's 2 people in there at the very start. Where did the quip break go? Here it is. So we got this break right here. She's got a new drawing. It's ready to be sold, but we're going to let this one finish first. All right. Thank you, Miss Alicia. Good luck in there, okay? We got a giveaway for people who order Zelle. Let me toss you into that Zelle giveaway. All right. So you placed a pretty big Zelle order there. Where'd it go? There should be a Zelle giveaway. Should there be? Ah, here it is. So, all right. Tossing you in there. There you go. We usually hand out a free spot in the Zelle giveaway at around $100 because at that point, a few dollars have been saved. Now, here's the theme. Pre-grade the Japanese Luffy alt leader. You got it. Mr. Thim, pre-grading. The Luffy alt leader. What is that going to be? Am I close to a second spot in the Zelle giveaway? Probably. Whoa. Probably. Whoa. That's a pretty big pull. You know, make people jealous with that pull. Like, hey, that should have been me. Luffy alt leader. Bandai is supposed to announce a new TCG this month. Really? Where is it? I can't find it. Dang, that's fires hard. What? 3 spots left on that art break. And then we can start a different one. Okay, 3. Okay, not in here. What the? Is this like a really old card you pulled, Mr. Thim, like a while back? I'm checking all the recent bags. Hey, what's up, Mr. Jeff? Mm-hmm. I gotta change this music again. No emojis. Move that. Move this. I noticed a lower viewership today. Isn't that interesting? Not like we're low on let me tell you what we're not low on. We're not low on orders. But I think it's because it's Friday. I think Fridays that happens. There it is. Found it. All right. We got it. He was in the lower box. Ready? It looks like we already graded it. See, look, I gave it a 9, and then I shifted it to the right. So that one received a 9. So I'm giving it a 9 for off centering. Yeah, you can see it's pretty dramatic. Left to right on the lower half. Look how fat that is compared to how thin that is. Now it looks a little more subtle over here, but that's because this inner line gets, come on now, focus. This inner line gets thicker right here, right? That's thicker, but then look, as it gets thinner, it really starts to look off center. See that? Can you see it now? Thin here, thick here. Now you can still send it in to see how PSA thinks of it too. My suspicion is a 9, so I officially handed out the 9. World Series is happening. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about that. I am seeing a lot of videos. We have a World. I didn't know this. We had a World Series football in Kansas City. Kansas City is a host out here in Missouri. I think St. Louis is hosting too. I think it's hosting like the Bosnian or something like that. All right. So you have $3 left over, Mr. Athim. All right. Here's Miss 6. 2 more gem 2s. All right, 2 more gem 2s. Ta-da! I'm thinking we pull 6 and Umbreon. What do you guys think? I don't care much for soccer, so not following it happening in the Bay Area. Okay. That's Master Ball. 6 is checking to see if we can sneak a peek at the hit card in the box. She wants to find the triple star rare item. There we are. Grabbing Vaporeon. How are these priced? Do you think these are underpriced yet, 6? We noted that Gem 3 was underpriced. Here's Mr. Ivan, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu. Here's Pikachu. Here's Bulbasaur. Wow, wow, wow. There you go. Those are actually really solid picks. I think those are pretty easy to resell. This marker's almost dead. Been busy opening OP16 English. Been a crazy week. Too many local tournaments. There we go. Very cool. Here we have an order for Pacalomat. 151. Ooh, that's a big one. 151, you say, huh? That's a big one. And then he says 5 of the Japanese OP16s. Is that right? 5 Japanese OP16s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it supposed to be English 151? 2 of the Riftbound Origins. Oh, yes. Riftbound has been doing exceptionally well. That's a completed box of Riftbound Origins. So the next order is for a fresh box. 2 of the Riftbound Unleashed. Same deal there. We finished a whole box of those and started another box pretty fast. All right, 2 Riftbound Unleashed. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want this to tip over. Computer. 2 Azure Lane Volume 2 English. Okay, Azure Lane Volume 2 English. I think we're getting a fresh box for that. Do we have a fresh box next to me? That'd be convenient. No. Okay, that would have been too easy. And then 2 Freerin First Edition English. Now, those are surprisingly expensive, the Freerin. Yeah, the Freerin's no joke. That's serious business with the Freerin. I don't see it here. Where's the Freerin? Is it in here? No, 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 no. Y. Schwartz. One of the biggest sets we sell is Y. Schwartz. So I'm going to go grab some Azure Lane English. Be right back, everybody. I couldn't find it for a minute there. We never officially put it away. So it's still in the receiving area. Clogging up that receiving area, man. All right. Whew. Saw K-pop Demon Hunter cards at Target. Check out Target today. Empty. Empty. Checked my machine. Broken. One. All right. Azure Lane, Volume 2, English. Let's get it. All right. Throw that away. Get you one of these. Did he answer that question about the 151? The 151, is it meant to be English or Japanese? He says 151. He didn't describe it as English, but he also didn't describe it as Japanese. Ah, English. Perfect. Thanks, man. All right. Ooh, that's a big pack. Mr. Picallo, you ready? Here goes. Snip number 1. Snip number 2. Best-selling thing on the menu, I think, is the Poke Shuffles and the live customs. People love that product. That is one of our top-selling items. Like, everyone buys a little bit of this, a little bit of that when it comes to booster packs. But man, people love those Poke Shuffles and live customs. They just constantly move. I think they're pretty neat. You get to see them loaded up live. You get to see exactly how they work. It's kind of like entering into a mini break, you know, like a $25 break and knowing the outcome immediately. Here's the HODL. Here's, not bad, man. 5 packs and you instantly get an SR or a alt art or whatever it's called, a textured card. Pretty good. You know, it's kind of interesting. That came out of an already open box where there was only about 5 packs left. So it was just sitting there waiting to be plucked. And here's an SR. What do you think about the Bricks and Minifigs update? I saw a new video from Coffee Villa interviewing the previous owners. Yeah, I watched that too. I watched the whole thing. I mean, honestly, it didn't feel like he contributed very much, CoffeeZilla, except that he did catch them lying about the U-Haul. So the whole U-Haul part of the story does make it seem possible that the Star Wars Legos were taken out of the store. And you almost have to wonder if Eamon and the other guy are lying. Okay, there's one pack of Freerin. There are 4 previous owners that got together and did a video describing their experience. Also, Reckless Ben finally has a lawyer. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so no signature card in here. If anyone pulls a signature from the Freerin First Edition, it's probably a really expensive card these days. Here's Azure Lane. You're going to pull Full Art Boobies. No part 3 yet. Yeah, someone needs to hack them and get the part 3 out. Did you get my Riftbound set ×2? Riftbound Unleashed, Riftbound Spirit. Oh, we're missing one. What's Riftbound Spirit? Spirit Forge. Spirit Forge. We got to get a Spirit Forge. I missed one. Your order's so large. I really appreciate the big order today, man. Very nice of you. My bad. We'll get the Spirit Forge as well. Are you ready? My bad. So nothing crazy popping out of here. Just some regular holo. Oh, you did get a full art, actually. Yeah, you did get a full art. But not a Siggy. We're always hoping for Siggies. Siggies are like the actual hits, right? The big hits. If you get a really sexy looking card, that can be like a hit. All right, what do we got? We've got Pincer. Ooh, oh, Wigglytuff and Erica's invitation. That's not bad. All right, cool booster pack. I like the SAR or SIR, whatever it's called in English. Lovely. Got a little pincer here. I don't think he's worth anything. Just a pincer. He gets his own sleeve, though. He wanted to probably do it on his own. What, be his own lawyer? No, that's such a bad idea. I can do it. Move this over here. And we do have one last pack of Goosebumps for $10, everybody, if you want that. We still have the boys. I think I brought this in the room to restock the boys. And then 2 of the Spirit Forges. All right, 2 Spirit Forges. It's Zenobius. Hello, Zenobius. We are a carrier of Riftbound. This set was just an experiment and it ended up exploding into lots and lots of demand. Now, what do we have? We've got Arise. Ooh, sounds like typical video game language. Here's, it was for content, but I don't think he realized how crazy this would get. The Prodigal Explorer. I think a lot of the issues are just rooted in the fact that Bricks and Minifigs simply did a bad job taking care of their customers. When this guy came in and said, hey, you've got a lot of my cards on consignment and they're pretty expensive, they should have just taken them seriously and diligently worked on returning the consignment. You know, that's what I would have done. I would have diligently worked. I think most, hold on. Ooh. So dusty in this room. The sneezes get me, man. I think I'm done sneezing. I can still kind of feel a tickle. So I think most businesses would have diligently worked with their existing customer base to say, all right, what did you have that was on consignment? If a customer comes in and says, you know, like I have maybe $100,000 to $200,000 on consignment, I wouldn't just be like, you're a nut, get out of here. I would sit down and be like, you know, let's prove it. Let's find out exactly where you're getting this information from and find out what it is they had and what it is they sold. Now, you can only argue 2 things with them. Joshua and Brandon, or whatever his name was, they were lazy or they were willfully trying to steal the consignment, one or the other. So they were trying to say, hey, I'm a business. I don't have to fulfill this. You'll have to sue me to get it back. They were either trying to do one of those. I got affected by that guy in Japan. Remember the Japanese supplier who wouldn't pay out what I was owed? I got hit by that myself. I had the same option: call the cops, take them to court, spend a lot of money. So yeah, businesses can steal from you and not go to jail. If you steal from a business and get caught, you go to jail. When a business steals from you, how do you get them to go to jail? You have to sue them or something. So it's really unfair. And I think that this story highlighted how businesses should be held to a tougher accountability if they try to cheat, if they try to, we don't know where this is, or you know what I mean? That should just be considered an arrestable offense. If you lose your customer's product and won't return it, that shouldn't be like, oh, you have to pay like a fine after a legal court battle. It should be, if you are found guilty of negligence as a company, that's an arrestable offense. You go to jail for that. And that would change a lot of things really rapidly, because at that point, you know, Bricks and Minifigs, Joshua and Eamon and all these other guys would just suddenly take it very seriously. They would take it very seriously because they don't want to go to jail. And that's why you have to have law and order in your society. Because if you can do something like stab a girl on a train and then be found incompetent for trial, that's not a deterrent to crime. There has to be a punishment. So these guys, whether you want to call them willful thieves or simply lazy, negligent business owners, no matter which one you want to call it, it is a crime what occurred, and they should be held responsible for that. Eamon should be going to jail for theft, and Joshua and Brandon should be going to jail for theft. So if that was the law, if that's how it worked, you bet your tits they'd be working on it, because they don't want to be proven that that actually occurred. They'd be like, hey, we got to take this seriously. If this guy really did consign and we kept it, we're going to jail. That's not how it works, because I don't know why the laws are written that way, but that's not how it works. So that's why they're like, hey, maybe we can just get this guy to give up. Maybe if we make it too difficult for him to get his cards back, he'll just give up. They don't want to do a proper investigation because there's no incentive. There's no incentive for them to do a proper investigation. It will cost them money and time to do an investigation, as opposed to them actually just keeping a bunch of another guy's Legos, which is actually a pretty good incentive to be lazy. So the incentive structure is wrong. It's always the incentive structure, guys. There's always an incentive structure that's not right in society. And this is why law and order is so important. It changes the incentives. We talked about that subject before. Like in California, why is there so much homeless? Because you don't even have California natives homeless. It's some guy from Oklahoma. He drove over to collect free stuff from you. He gets free stuff from you because you created an incentive structure for him to relocate to California. So incentives change how everything works. If you get rid of that incentive structure, he goes back home. He goes, ooh, I'm out of here. All right, Mr. Pacalomat, is this a new bag? Let's see, Pacalomat. Yeah, incentive structures, very important. Let's move this here. They probably already lost more than $200,000 worth. Oh, they lost millions, millions. You can't purchase branding. You can only earn branding, and branding is the source of all your money. Branding is it is the business. The business isn't like, a brick store. The business isn't a plot of land. It's not an employee. It's it's occupying a part of someone's mind in a positive way. That is the business, especially nowadays with social media. And they've basically done the opposite of that. They just destroyed any positive regard anyone had for them. So they've lost the business. Doesn't look like it. They're like the fungus that infects a caterpillar and then the caterpillar dies later. It's still walking around, but it's a dead bug. It's like dead man walking. That company's a dead man walking kind of company. They're still operating, but unless they can change the way people view them, it's over for them. So I don't know if they're going to do that at this point. What they have to do is admit, hey, we're sorry, we were lazy slash incompetent. We're changing that now. We don't want to sue Reckless Ben. We apologize for the way the cops treated him, and we're going to do a full invest. You know what? We're not even going to do a full investigation. Let's just give this guy $100,000 for the unsold Legos, and then call it a day. That's the first thing they could do. They're not going to do that. They're going to drag this out in court to try and prove that they're innocent. Actually, we're the victims. Oops. Yeah, they don't know how to do the business. Dragging it out in court is a losing position for them, but they don't know that yet, especially because they could actually lose their court battle. I think it does. Actually, they might be the ones getting sued now, so they may have no choice. All right, here goes. Sergio says two gem twos for Miss Six. You ready, Six? Bricks and minifigs saga continues. They're toast, man. It doesn't look like it because their stores are still open, but they're a dead man walking. They've destroyed their credibility. They've destroyed their public image. And that will translate to millions of dollars of lost sales over time. Every social media post they make, they're going to get harassed now by the public. Anyone who shops there currently, they're going to learn about how the world perceives bricks and minifigs. So just by going to bricks and minifigs social media posts and commenting how you feel about the company, everyone who once was loyal to the company is going to learn that they did a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. So it's over for them, man. No one's going to be ignorant of what happened. Everyone's going to find out. All right, Picalo's going deeper. Two crown. Whoa, man. Picalo Matt. He's going deep today. Let me get a new card up on the table, Picalo, before we go any further. All right, we've got this 8.5 Umbreon. Probably not going to be expensive. How much for 2 boxes of the OP16? Any discount? No discount on it. We just have the one case, okay? Just the one case, and then we're out. We're not going to restock it either. So we're just going to sell it through and then say we're out of here. Umbreon trick. Let's see. Scientists are trying to mass produce the spore. Are they? That would not surprise me. Think about how powerful AI is and how easy it's going to be to create like bioweapons in the future. So somebody's going to do what you're describing, like a deadly fungus, and they're going to use AI to help them build the fungus. Pretty insane. Some poor country that is just full of anger and revenge, maybe like Iran, who knows? They definitely don't like us, and they're going to work on some deadly weapon that we can't detect. Like, sure, there's nuclear bombs. Who cares? You could have a bioweapon, and that's probably way harder to detect, made in a lab. 2 Crown Zenith. So that could be the future. That's why you got to live out in the middle of nowhere, guys. I don't know if that's true, but If there was a big spore outbreak, middle of the woods sounds nice to me. 2 Japanese OP11s. Ooh, what do those look like? I haven't seen those in a while. OP14, that's OP. What is this one? OP15, EV3. We have OP10s. OP11. Wait, let me look at that again. OP11. Japanese OP11. I can't remember what that looks like. Did you mean OP10? Maybe you meant OP10. Let me look up OP11, everybody. Okay, I do remember this, but I thought we sold out of that one. I'm not sure if we have that. Is that actually in the menu? Let me see if is that in the menu. Let me make sure that's not a typo. Yeah, we don't have that one in the menu. He must have meant OP10, everybody. All right, let me grab you some OP10. Yeah, OP11 is not in the menu. He must have meant OP10. All right, so here they are, 2 OP10s, 2 Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates selling real steady over the last couple days. And there we go. We need a new box of Paldean Fates now. So 2 Paldean Fates, 3 of the Gem 3s. That's a big one. Okay, 3 Gem 3s. That's a really good set. It has an exclusive Gengar in it. 2 live costumes and 5 Poke Shuffles. Here's some fun news about the Poke Shuffles and the live customs. In the Poke Shuffles, you get a deal where it's buy 10, get 1 free. We're extending that to the live customs and the Waifu Shuffles too now, okay? So they all get it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Minecraft stack of viewers. Ready? We got a cold one and a cold one. All right, tough live customs. I'm sorry, dude. Tough live customs. Let's try the Poke Shuffles. They might be nicer to you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Galarian Rapidash, but it's a 9. But you only bought 5 of them, so actually this might still be good. Might be like a break-even scenario. Boy, we're ready for some new slabs in the Poke Shuffles based on what I'm seeing. I don't see it. Galarian Rapidash 9. Oh, this is a good card. You got a good pull. I thought it was a cheaper one. There it is. Galarian Rapidash 9. $90. Wow. That's a big one. What do you want to do? Keep that or re-roll it? You think about that. I'm going to go grab fresh Paldean Fates. I'll be back, everybody. All right. The Paldean Fates are incorrectly priced, which might be why they're so popular. There's only 11 of them per box. We priced them as if there was 14 of them per box, so the price is way off. That's what's going on. Let's correct them. Oops. pretty bad of me. Okay, so this was 30 times 14 divided by 11. So these should be $38 a pack. We've been selling them for 30. Wonder if I've been losing money on them. Paladin Fates is updated. Let me update it in the website. Damn, dude. One math mistake. Wonder how long I've been selling them at the wrong price. Mister, could I bother you for shipping confirmation on Quip's Haunter was ordered on the 5th? Yeah, it went out late. All the shipping did. I'm sure it's on the way right now. So it went out late. All the shipping went out late, but I'm sure it's on the way now. All right, and then let me go see what it costs to restock Paldean Fates. I'm curious. We might as well restock it, right? Let's see. Uh-huh. So we were not doing very well here with this. But this is a popular product, so I'm going to grab a fresh round of these. I think this is a great product. We're going to grab a fresh round while it's still affordable, somewhat. I think because it contains the Bubble Mew, it's going to continue to be a hot item. All right, and then I want to do something else. I'm going to check over here. All right, and we're going to check over here. All right, interesting, interesting. How's everybody getting their Paldean Fates? Isn't that like sold out? It's a sold out product. Crazy. I wonder if I'm stocking it in a more expensive way. Crazy. All right. Well, we're going to leave it alone. Paladin Fates has had a price adjustment, and let's go open it. I keep the slab. Perfect choice. All right. It's an alt art, so it's a really nice card. Mini tin case was the best option. Mini tin case, huh? That's probably why. Maybe I should mention this real fast. Actually, if you guys don't mind, I want to see this real fast. Mhm. Give me a second. Give me a second. So we're going to go to. I just want to see what happens if I type this in. Come on now. Mm-hmm. Change price in description. I think I did. I think you have to hit refresh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, it's so much work trying to figure out like how to optimize for the best price because I really want to help you guys by doing a good job on my side. If the mini tin case really is the cheapest product, I should have already known that. All right, let me take a quick look at this. Good thing they don't say how many packs are in a tin. How many packs in a Paldean mini tin? AI says 2 booster packs. Really? That's it? 2 booster packs per tin? That's ridiculous. That would generate so much trash. I find it hard to believe that that's the cheapest method. But we'll go ahead and take a closer look. There's no way that's the cheapest. I mean, okay, hold on, wait a second. Let's take a look at this. No information. Boy, they sure don't make it easy to understand. They don't like leave information. All right, I'm going to close this. We're just going to stick with what we've already worked on. All right, Pacalabat, he's been waiting long enough. Let's get his items open. Okay, here goes. Set this here and start snipping. He's been waiting. Let's get these open. Happy Friday, by the way, guys. I wish I had Sea-Doos. There's a lot of people playing on Sea-Doos out in the water right now. I just get to watch them. I don't get to do it myself. It looks really fun. But the reason I don't own any Sea-Doos is because Karis and I still don't know if we're going to move. Guess we find out in August. Okay. And 3 of these, right? 3? Yes, 3 Gem 3s. I don't want to buy a Sea-Doo if we're going to move. I'm actually very happy not owning any Sea-Doos or any boats. It's a great time. It's a great time to not own any Sea-Doos or any boats. Oh, Gengar, I like him. Mister's moving to Texas. That's right, Texas tough. Nah, Texas has a 2% property tax, so it is not even being slightly considered. Unless they were to change that, if they were to change that, then maybe. Even then, I wasn't a big fan of Dallas. All right. Tossing this in here. Mister, check my messages on Discord. All right. Let's see. We got a Mr. Ivan message. He says, you should check that SpongeBob. Yes. We got a 10 on that SpongeBob, which is very hard to do. So that's why he's so overpriced. But I just don't want him to sell for now. We found some PSA 9s that sold for like $260 or something like that. And we have a PSA 10 and it's only popped 3. And there's not a lot of top series 2 SpongeBob out there. Leiron and but oof. Ah man. Stinky ass Bidoof. Okay. Do you have any sports cards in your personal collection? No, no sports cards at all. Here's the avatar. Whoa. Whoa. So, what do we have for the avatar? Ally, Earthen Ally, Taunting Challenge, Mythic Rare, Full Art. That's going to be your hit right there. Ooh, look at that, everybody. Clever. Okay, pretty famous episode. Here's Suki Kiyoshi Captain, Realm of Ko. Here's Plains. Zhao the Seething Flame. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Flying Dolphin Fish. Aardvark Sloth. Guru Pathic. Katara, Bending Prodigy. Ooh. Also Batty. Here's a Zulu on the Hunt. Zuko's Exile. Waterbending Lesson. And Yip Yip. Yip Yip's got to get his own sleeve as well. There we go. All right. Good. Good. There you have it. Do you buy or trade? I do. I buy and trade. I'm very happy actually to do trades. Very recently, I've kind of discovered that trades are pretty good because there's no taxes, there's no shipping. So anytime you have like a bag on the table and you got something in your bag, you want to trade it, I'm very interested. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the rise of Lorcana? The rise of Lorcana. I'm not surprised. We initially, ooh, look at that. Wow, Fire Lord Azula. That looks crazy. All right, let's grab it. Ballistic Boulder can have its own sleeve. I don't care. Here's Fire Lord Azula. Ooh. Here's Fevered Visions. Uh-oh. I don't remember that moment. Here's Spirit Water Revival. Good thing he had Katara with them. Baboon Spirit. Suki, Courageous Hottie. Courageous Baddie. Yeah, little Suki. Where are you based at, lol? Just curious. I'm in the United States, and I live in not such a well-known state, or maybe such a popular state. I live in Missouri. You are right in the middle of the country, scarring memories. But I live in a cool part of Missouri. I live in the Lake of the Ozarks. I have a nice lake house. Watch this, everybody. Okay, you ready? That's the lake. right there from my window. You see it? Pretty neat. And there's people out there playing in boats right now. Sorry, I can't hold the phone still. All right. So I own a lake house in Lake of the Ozarks. We're right on the water. I've got my own dock and everything. All right. And we used to have a boat, but we sold the boat. Kyoshi Warrior Guard, Earth Rumble. Lake houses in Lake of the Ozark, Missouri are actually still really cheap. It's kind of an undiscovered place, I think. You know, so I've looked at a lot of lakes now, guys. I've studied real estate like almost every other day, I'd say on average, every other day for about 2 years. I've just been studying real estate all over the country. And here's one of the really surprising things. Missouri's Lake of the Ozark is one of the most affordable lake houses you can get on a pretty seriously large lake with a lot of serious boaters. There's a lot of money pouring into this area right now. And I think it's really going to go nuts if this state becomes a no tax state. Here's Mountain. One of the attractions of Lake of the Ozarks is it pulls you away from St. Louis City, where everyone's escaping from. They're saying, get me out of here. All right. They're getting away from the political activism, the teen takeovers, the violence. So they go, where can I get away from this? It used to be that you would go to like St. Charles to get away from that. That was the county outside of St. Louis County, just outside of it. But nowadays, that area is not so great either. So people are going even further away. Here's Clive. Ooh. So people are escaping to Lake of the Ozarks. And then after COVID hit, then things really changed. There were a lot of rules about the lockdowns in the city areas. You know, oh, you got to wear your mask, you got to distance. Actually, those are kind of common sense things, right? But people hated it. So they came out here to Lake of the Ozarks because you know what? There were absolutely no rules out here. That was one of the first things we noticed when we moved out here because we moved during COVID. We went from everyone's heavily masked and everyone's standing apart just like you're supposed to. You go out to Lake of the Ozarks, not a single person is wearing a mask, and everyone's just congregating. So there was a famous viral video. It went like nationwide viral on the news, and it was people at I think it's called Jack's Backwater or something, and it's just a whole group of people partying with no masks, and it's so crowded. Everyone's bodies are like touching. That's how crowded it was, and this was right in the middle of COVID, and that went like super viral on the news. Here's Pacalamat. So this area just does not care, I guess. But it was refreshing because there was a pushback to the whole like vaccine mask culture during COVID. There were people who lost loved ones to COVID, but the actual kill rate for COVID was like it was pretty low. It was like I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was comparable to just getting the flu, which has also always been a deadly virus. So people were upset at maybe the overreaction to it or the politicization of it, and that's why this area became so popular because it was like a counterculture to it. It was like, no, we don't accept that. We're just going to come out here and party, and no one cares if they catch COVID. And now it's been a while. No one even talks about COVID anymore. It's like forgotten. Isn't that interesting? COVID's forgotten now. No one even talks about it. When's the last time you heard somebody say, look out, you're going to get the COVID? Just, people lost their jobs over not getting vaccinated. People lost their jobs over not masking properly. There was like hundreds of videos. Karens not wearing their masks, or Karens who are forcing you to wear your mask, or whatever it is. That was when the word Karen got popularized. Do you guys remember that? The term Karen got popular during COVID. We are here, Squirtle. People get COVID all the time still. Got any Dialgas you want to trade for my Ascended Pikachu? Oh, that's a good question. Yes, actually. Give me a second here. I don't think I keep them here with me. So I can take that Pikachu and do a split on him, and that might be a good move for you because, in my opinion, there's a lot more of those Pikachus left to grade. And I might have a decent Dialga for you. Let me look up Dialga in my vault because I wouldn't keep it here. I'd keep it over there. I'm going to type in Dialga. Okay, let's see what we get. So you ready? Here are the Dialgas I own in the vault. Is that all of them? So I just have two types actually. So I have the standard sun and moon rainbow dialga. Look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I have 4 of the rainbow dialgas. And then I have this one, which probably I'm not going to be offering it for sale. But I have this really nice one. So I have 2 of these. So, you and I might be able to make some sort of trade for this guy. You ever wanted one of these? Now, this is the dialga to own right here. But that's also kind of why I don't want to risk giving him up. So I've got 2 of these. The Zestimate is 3,000. Look at that. Apparently, I paid 1.149 for it. When did I buy this? I think I bought this a while ago, and it's just been sitting in my vault this whole time. But I like that one a lot. He's from 2013. That's a while ago. Actually, 2018 was a while ago. Look at this. It says I've maybe gone down on that one. So we've got this rainbow dialga. Now, if I traded you a rainbow dialga for the Pikachu, I would owe you money. It would be the other way around. But I don't know. Maybe there's something. If you have 2, I'd love 1, but no pressure on you. Yeah, to be honest, I think the Dialga, the one I was showing you, is like 10 times better than that Pikachu because the Pikachu would probably go sideways on price for a while. It's also a high risk for crashing. So I don't see the Dialga as a crash risk. He's popped like 250. He's going to be very stable. But the Pikachu is going to reach like, 14,000, 18,000 graded, just like, Moonbreon. That's going to happen. So we don't know how the price on that item moves or changes over time at that point. But if the Pokemon card market crashes, the overall market, that Pikachu is a big risk because during a market crash, that Pikachu, everyone will just try to get rid of it because everyone's got one. The Dialga, only a couple of us got it. So not too many of those will go up for sale. So that's why my brain perceives them differently, even if their price appears to be the same. It's a time period where Pokemon market is high. It's a bull market. What happens when we enter the bear market? Well, I'd rather have the Dialga in the bear market. So that's the way I perceive it. All right, here's Mr. Thim with store credit. I'd like a round of shipping. Please keep Charizard there for future grading. Yes, sir. All right. Charizard. Mr. Hathim. This should go right into the cool kids box, to be honest. So there's the Charizard. And then let's get you a round of shipping. If you have any Marowak in your vault, I don't think so. I think the Marowak I just showed you was neat. Let's see. I think I queued up a Marowak to grade, though. A Poker Marowak. One of the old ones. So if I hate autocorrect. God, dude. Nope, no Marowaks. He's a bit of niche one, right? Like, you don't hear a lot of requests for Marowak. Okay, and this is going to be quite heavy, so we're going to add a couple pounds to it. No worries. Thanks for entertaining the idea. It's still possible. I think if I could just get rid of the Pikachu very quickly and then repurchase a Dialga, then it would be all good. So because it's kind of like this exchange where the future hasn't played out yet. But the risk is if I do a trade like that with you and then the future does play out and it plays out the way I'm imagining it and I fail to reacquire the Dialga on time. There we go. Mr. Thim. So if there's like this exchange where you get the Dialga, I get the Pikachu sells, I sell it here on the table. Maybe it's like a mega break, maybe it's like a rare candy break, something big like that, right? Like what we're doing with the Charizard right now. We do one of those. The Pikachu sells, there's like a profit margin in it for me. So there's a profit margin incentive. And then I take that cash and I buy another Dialga. That would be the route. That would work. Let me see. But that's all a lot of ifs. Like it assumes Pikachu sells instead of sitting there for like 6 months, which it might just sit there for 6 months because it's really expensive. However, if it proves to be extremely popular, then okay, good, right? Like it worked. So currently for that Dialga, the one we were just discussing, I can repurchase him off the market. There's one for like 4,200. That one might be mine. I don't know. So there's only one for sale for 4,200. That's the cheapest one. Okay, so there's the problem right there. Even if you wanted to trade me the Pikachu, I'd have to ask for the Pikachu plus cash because I would want to match that. Let me go back to that real fast. Discussing a trade here, guys. Yeah, so this appears to be the cheapest one right there. Okay, 4.1. Actually, that's an old that's an old cert. I wouldn't even want that. I'd want this one. So that's the 9 cert, which is still before they made the changes, but it's going to be better than a 2. And then that one's like 4,300. So that would not be enough for the Pikachu. That's almost $1,000 short. And then again, I'd have to buy that Dialga, and then I'd have to sell the Pikachu at some sort of profit margin or something where I go, okay, this is an acceptable profit margin to be taking on all this risk. Let me go put this to the shelf. I'll be back. Thank you, Mr. M. We got to keep Alexis busy. All right. Lots of shipping means lots of work for Miss Alexis. I still got to teach her how to do she needs to learn how to do the encapsulations. I told her I would make a series of videos on how to do it, and I've just been avoiding that. We are. What about a trade in Sabaway? That becomes even trickier because Sabaway means I won't actually be paid out for 6 months. So what does my brain believe will happen with the market in 6 months? So it's all kind of tricky. It also includes a scenario where you back out of the Slabaway. We are. Experienced a lot of things over time. Mr. Thim, you got this yesterday, didn't you? So June is 6.11.26. You go, Mr. Thim. He pulled this golden Charizard. I'd take a picture for you on Instagram to show it off. It's a cool card though. The Dialga you won is legit, man. That'd probably be like there's a couple really good Dialgas in the hobby, and that's one of them. And that was why I jumped on it. Didn't consider that. I'll have more cards coming in though, so maybe we can talk more. Yeah, actually, I will mention this. If you have more cards to trade, that's also viable if there's no cash involved and it's just strictly card for card. All right, Mr. Chensek Vong, he says 1 Ascended Heroes. Okay. The liquidity of the card you're trading me is really the most important part. So liquidity is very, very important because I'm very comfortable with the liquidity of the Dialga. Here's Hunter. I'm also comfortable with the how resilient that card is during a bear market. So I'm comfortable with those two ideas. Ooh. All right, there you go, Mr. Chensek Vong 1 Mega Audino. When I was a kid, we called it Mega Arduino. Arduino, isn't that funny? Probably the wrong pronunciation, huh? All right. Okay. The way Ascendant is selling, I think Break would be popular. Yes. Well, there's multiple cards too, though, in Ascendant. So there's Gengar, Golden Charizard, Mega Dragonite, a lot of good ARs, and then of course, Pikachu, which is a very cute Pikachu. There's no doubt about it. He's a good card. Let me turn this down. But also, how much are they going to print of that set? That's also part. We have an order from Curtis Law. It's Curtis Law. Do you need an injury lawyer? Call Curtis Law. There. Curtis Law, if you don't become an attorney, it's a waste. You got to be an attorney, man. Telling you. 1, 2, 3. We practice law at Curtis Law and Co. Curtis Law and Associates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Feel like Pikachus tend to be faster movers than Dialgas. Now, Dialgas are hot, man. I don't know what you're talking about. They are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No! One straight cold round for our friend Curtis Law. I'll toss you a bonus card, Curtis, because I'm feeling so generous today. You get a little bonus ghastly. Okay, let's grab your bag. That's a tough round. Have you guys had a round like that? That's a cold round. Actually, I don't know if you have a bag, Mr. Curtis. Does Curtis have a bag? What is this? Is this a bag of hollows? Oh, guess it's just like a bag of hollows from somewhere. Weird. I have some Topps cards here at home. I can throw them on top of it. The movie 2000 PSA 10 hollows. The Topps cards are very cool, and I really do appreciate them. I'm out there as one of the rare Topps collectors, but I do know for a fact that Topps are very, very hard to move. In particular, the hardest one to move, big, expensive ones. People hesitate to buy the big, expensive Topps cards. They sell maybe more so on eBay, but they're much trickier and less dependable to sell. But we can always examine it as part of the trade. Okay, it's really just about finding something that you're comfortable with. Okay, but that's just the facts. Topps cards are trickier to move. We make it look easy on this table because the people here that I've spoken to, they know how I feel about them and they've gotten a lot of education on them. But there's a lot, ooh, man, this is a heavy slab. There's a lot of people out there that are still learning about them. Look at that weird wavy back side of the slab. Isn't that weird? How do you guys feel about that? I don't know how I feel about that. That's a heavy slab. They feel good. The heavy slabs feel real good. So but there's still a lot of people who got to be educated on Topps cards before they'll consider dropping, you know, 10 bones on a Topps card. My monkey brain is going now that the opportunity to get Dialga is even the realm of possibility. Here we are. Okay, that's Monkey D. Luffy. Let me go ahead and put in a PSA 9 Luffy 062. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Wait, when is this from? Oh, that's OP2. What the hell? That's an old One Piece card. Wow, wee, dude. I was like, I saw the price. I was like, that can't be right. $110 for the 9. That's $110 for a PSA 9. I thought this was going to cost nothing, but this is from 2023. It's an old card. Whoa, cool, man. I'd be interested in one of the rainbows you have, but again, let's wait for more returns. I'm very open minded to trading one of the rainbow Dialgas because I had a couple of those. I noticed that I was studying like rainbow cards, and I noticed the rainbow cards were a little underappreciated. That's why I grabbed a couple. And I knew you liked Dialga, so I said, hey, let's get a Dialga break for this guy as well. So that's how that Dialga break came about. But yeah, rainbow rares, people disrespect, stuff like golden cards, rainbow rares, and it's always people misunderstanding the value of something. Like when you really look at the Dialga, he's hard to pull. He comes out of Ultra Prism. He's one of the rainbows. You get like one rainbow per box, but it's all not always the right rainbows. Some other stupid card, or it doesn't grade 10. So back then the print quality was so poor that you just weren't going to get a 10 on it. And so I appreciated that because I used to open cards from that time period. And yeah, we moved on to treating the alt arts and the ARs like the big chase cards. I get that. They just look good, right? But I still remember how rare the rainbows were and how hard they were to grade. That was the thing. Like a box might not even have one rainbow in it. You might have to open 2 boxes to get a rainbow. And the print quality was just so trash. Yeah, look at these beautiful breaks, by the way, guys. Ghastly, Snorlax, Charizard. Some seriously good stuff here. You guys want to see those up close? Still time to jump into this Charizard. He's 7 out of 36. Considering his price, he's the fastest mover. He's beating the Snorlax and the Ghastly. Here is the Unbroken Bonds Snorlax, Chibi Snorlax, one of the best Snorlax artworks in the game. I'm not kidding. This got to be one of the best looking Snorlaxes. That's why he caught my attention. And then here's Neo Destiny Ghastly, first edition. This is always going to be a safe bet. It's a very conservative card to own. I don't even have to sell it. I could just leave it alone. It's going to go up. I'm like 90% sure it just keeps moving up because it's Ghastly. Because Gengar's the third most popular TCG card to collect right now. It goes Charizard, Pikachu, Ghastly, and sometimes Pikachu and Charizard swap places. So he is the base starter for Gengar. Just like Charmander does good because he turns into a Charizard. All right, let's see. What do we got going on now? We've got an order from Mr. Pacalamat, 38 packs of the OP16. Let's go grab that. I'll be back. Mr. Picallo. He's going deep today, man. Thanks, Picallo. Are you interested in PSA 9s? Sure. I think in the past, people weren't as interested in those because, you know, why get a 9 when a 10's easily affordable? That's just not true anymore. 10s are not affordable. 10s are really expensive. So now 9s are pretty serious business. That's going to be 24 packs, one whole box. And this is 26 packs. Now we need 12 more. At what pack value do we get to keep all the cards? It's something like $30 or something like that. Yeah, should be like 30. I let the one guy keep all the Freerin though because I was like, well, it's Freerin. I don't know why. I was just being nice, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Perfect. That's 12 more. That should equal 38, right? 26 plus 12. 38. Good. That's a lot of packs for Mr. Picallo. Good luck, man. We're looking, of course, for a manga card, Mango. I didn't buy very much of this product. Actually, my goal was to buy none of it. I wasn't going to buy any of this. And then one case of it showed up, which told me I had already ordered some and forgotten about it. Pretty funny. So we got the one case to sell off. Can we talk about consignment on my PSA 9s? Yeah, 100%. So all we would do is go look up the buy it now price for that slab, write it down, and then put it up on the table. And of course, if it doesn't sell right away, it will get a picture too, and we'll put it into the consignment channel in Discord. And then every month or so, it'll rotate back onto the table. And then if we do that and someone buys it, you're paid out 75% for store credit. It's a very convenient way to sell. You don't have to pay for shipping, so that saves you a little bit of money. You don't have to pay the 13% eBay fee. And you don't have to pay taxes on it either. Did you know when you sell cards on eBay, eBay will tell you after a certain point, eBay will tell you you owe income taxes on your sales. So that's the convenience of it all. It's very nice for somebody who likes to shop here anyways. There it is. We also do cash. I think the cash should be a little bit less money. There it is, maybe like 72% for cash. There we go. All right, what we got? Ready? So here's half of it. Half the order. Then we get the rest of it. We got the blue guy, whose name I've forgotten now. Hack guy. Trafalgar Law, right? Koji, Benji. Don't remember that guy either. Here's, I used to know these characters' names because I was learning about One Piece, and I have reversed that. I've regressed. I've lost some of the information in my memory. I have to go rewatch it. Where has Tyler been? Tyler who? Which Tyler? I recently picked up a PSA 10 first edition Jump Pluff. It was a great deal. This card went down a lot, so I didn't pay much. What do you think of the card? What do I think of Jump Pluff? Well, the price went down because it's Jump Pluff. Jump Pluff is hard to move. People mostly buy Jump Pluff to complete their set. So they don't buy it because he's like a trophy card. They purchase it because if they want the full Neo set, they need Jump Pluff. Yeah, he's in the same realm as like Zubat, Electrode. He's in like D tier for desirability. Okay, here's, oh, nice. Little SR finally. Seemed like you didn't get a lot of SRs out of that round. First SR. He usually works. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. You mean Tyler Ferbert? Are you asking where Tyler Ferbert is? I think he was here earlier. Let's see. All right. Here's a Nami. She's cute. We don't have a trade card. The trade went off so fast last night. We need another trade card up on the table. That's the first half. Been pretty cold, actually, so I anticipate that these might be hotter. Lots of the newer cert WotC 10 hollows are 9 regrades, says John Draper. Well, if it passes as a 10, I'm satisfied. But I find that hard to believe because that sounds like speculation, not proof, not like data driven. Like if you watched a YouTube video or two where some guys did a regrade and it got into a 10, that's not like hard data for whether, WotC era hollows are grading at 10 at a higher speed. I think based off of the way PSA is grading cards, actually a dramatically lower number of cards are turning into 10s. So I think that maybe they reduced it by like 20, 25%. However, in the past, it's pretty possible that they handed out 9s to cards that should have been 10s. And so if they're regrading into 10s, it's not that the 10 population is artificially inflating. It's more like there were all these cards that were artificially inflating the 9s. PSA should have been more careful when grading in the past, but it's just a business. So they make mistakes and then they just keep moving. There you go. PSA, please submit again. It's a great logo. Here's a hollow. Here's another SR. There we go. We just got like 3 SRs in a row. Okay. SRs are coming out. I passed out last night because it was so hot yesterday. Whoa, that's cool. That's Blackbeard, right? Whoa. That looks neato. All right, lovely. You guys don't run your AC, Mr. Alex? It's going to be 100 all week. In California? That's where it's 90 out where I'm living. All right, we got a hollow. We run our air conditioner every single day. In fact, I don't think there's a day where we don't run it until the winter arrives. When I was younger, I couldn't really afford as much AC, especially for my vehicle. So I would always swear I was going to move out of Missouri. I was like, I'm moving out of here. I'm going to a colder state. My plan was to move to Washington. I would often say that I'm moving to Washington. So even when I was younger, I was like, where can I move that's better than Missouri? And then once I got old enough to buy like a decent car, it's like that gripe goes away instantly. It's like, you got a nice car, you got good air conditioning, no problem. And then the next step, you buy a decent home and you can afford your air conditioning. You're like, it's a little hot outside. Just hang out in the air conditioning. So it's like, it becomes very viable all of a sudden to live in a hot area. Not a big deal. Don't catch me with the power outage, though. That'll change everything. All right, you get 1 hit. Picalo, you did not double snipe. That means that leftover box is probably loaded. All right, you got 1 snipe out of there. Not a double snipe. Thank you, Mr. Picalo. Let's grab your bag. Yeah, basically, we're cheap. My mom would let it get up to like 85, 80. She'd let it get real hot. But you know what she would do? She would open the windows and on the side of the house that didn't have sunlight. And then she would get the fans blowing, that kind of stuff. So she would try her best not to use any electricity because we were so broke when I was younger. Peel these back off. Hey, how about a new slab? We got this Pikachu 8 right here. That's Trick or Trade Pikachu 8. That's why I don't stay at the parents' house. They are cheap. When I visited my grandparents, has it been 3 years now? 3 years ago. Boy, they're going to die soon for sure, man. They were already really old. They were living in zero air conditioning at all in their tiny little home. And it was like 100 degrees in the home in the pit of the summertime. So they were just burning up. What do you guys think? Should I sneak off to Collecticon, by the way? I don't even have to get a hotel or anything. I can just drive there and drive home. It's a long drive, but you can do it in one day. We are a 3-hour drive from Kansas City, which is long enough to make you go, I don't know. Let's see. Are there any cards that aren't 9s? My God, they're all 9s, dude. So here's a Rosalina. You might meet Pokerev. Do you think Jason Page will be there? I'll do my Gengar dance for him. Okay, Rosalina. All right. If anything graded 10, I am in no rush to sell it. It is so hard to actually get 10s. So Picalo says same order, 16 for the Paldean price adjustment. So he's saying 2 Crown Zenith, 2 CB Avatar, 2 OP11s. Now I think you mean OP10s, right? 2 Paldean Fates, 3 Gem 3s. Okay, 3 Gem 3s, and 2 live customs and 5 Poke Shuffles. Today has been a Picalo Mat day. Holy, dude. This guy went super deep. Back to back, huge orders. You got it. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Picalo Mat, you ready? Aha, Gyarados. Now that's looking good. Let's see what that Gyarados looks like. All right, Gyarados time. Is it this one? 091 Gyarados for 75. That's pretty good. Let me know if you want to keep it. And then 2 live costumes. Did he also say shipping? No, he didn't say shipping. You're just going deep, huh? Jason Page is broke, as they say, so he might try and finesse you. 2, 3, 1, 2. Is he actually broke? Are you sure? Hold and whoa, Raikou P10. All right, keeping it. Good choice. We're also pulling you a Raikou. Raikou time, baby. This one, 037? Nope, that's not the one. Oh, cool. So this is 2018 Super Burst Impact Raikou. And this guy is going to be from Sun and Moon era. He's a Sun and Moon hollow. Do I hear a bird? All right. What are we thinking on this one? 2 solid 10s, actually, huh? Say Calaman on this. Tossing this back. Was joke. Let's see. Two live, 5 Poke Shuffles. So 2 fates. We got lots of fates now. Throw this away. 2 fates. 2 of the OP10s. We don't have OP11. We got OP10. And then, let's see. 3 Gem 3s. What do you think of Picalo? Keep on the Raikou? Yeah. 3 Gem 3s. 2 Paldean Fates. 2 of the Avatars. Very nice. I like these. 2 Crown Zenith. That's another set we got to keep an eye on. How does the reroll work? Okay, so if you reroll him, he will go back into the box for $125, and your reroll will be for $100. So if you reroll him, you'll get 4 spots total. Okay, that's how that would work. All right. I think we pulled all the packs, so we're about ready for that. Oh no, that's okay. Yes. So you'll notice someone re-rolled him before, so he had already ticked down to 125. But we originally went into the box for 150, so that's why we keep a history of what he went in for. He's a cool card. We do that so that eventually the card falls out of the box. So he went in last time for 125, and you can re-roll him for 100. All right, throw that away. Ready? Here goes. Okay. Snip 1, 2. Snip 1, 2. Oops. Look at this. We got a Topps Naruto, a rare Topps Naruto booster box break running, guys. If you are a fan of Naruto, jump in there. We got to get that going. There's 3 people in there, 10 spots total. It's a set that's so exclusive, it's hard to find any left for sale. Okay, you ready? Here's Claude Sire. Get a speedboat. Yeah, that sounds fun as hell, man. A nice speedboat with a really good, like shock absorbent seat. That sounds very fun. I'd love to get a small boat that gets up to like 50 miles an hour, maybe on the water. Because I've driven two different boats. I've owned two different boats that get up to like 35 and 40. And one of my biggest gripes is it's just not exciting. Like going 30 miles an hour is like, bro, I could just get in my car and go 90 on the highway, you know? So a lot of the highways out here are 70 miles an hour, and then everyone drives like 85. So if you go a little over that, no one's gonna blink. So I go 90 miles an hour in my car, and then I'm expected to have fun going like, you know, going 30 in a boat. It's just not exciting. I wish I had an airplane. I've seen some really cool airplanes. Airplanes are like $500,000 though, and you have to actually learn how to fly them. And if you screw up, you die. If you screw up in a boat, you might get injured, but you probably won't die as long as you're wearing a life jacket, a life whatever they call that. But if you mess up in an airplane, you are dead. You're just going to crash and die. Like 99% of the time, it's over for you. All right, here goes. So airplanes are deadlier. Oh, baby, look at that, guys. I'm glad I restocked this. This looks great. Fire Lord Zuko. Cool. Here's Mayor Tong of Chin Village. Chin Village. Here's Ong and Katara. Aw, that's so sweet. Look at this card, guys. What a sweet story. This show is so cool. Do you guys like this show? I watched this show when I was a kid, when I was a teen. Ran and Shaw, Forest, Cracked Earth Technique. Get yourself a seaplane. I've seen them. Yeah. I think it's a cool idea. But again, I'll probably just crash and die. So consider Soka Sword Training. Zuko Exiled Prince. That's fun. Okay. Heibai, Spirit of Balance. Benevolent Spirit. Kyoshi Battle. Mongoose Lizard. Good. Here's an order for the next pack. We've got Diligent Zookeeper. Ooh, and Cruel Tutor. That card's pretty funny. Look at this. So it's just really zoomed in on his face. Tale of Katara and Toph. Chakra Meditation. Some of these are really cool looking. Earthen Ally. That's pretty boring. Here's Mountain Crashing Wave. That's pretty neat. That's a borderless card. Zuko Offense. Neat. Acrobatic Leap. Jet's Brainwashing. Zuko's Conviction. Tio's Spirited Glider. Foggy Swamp. Badger Mole, and Origin of Metal Bending. Ugh. Okay. All right. I'm metal bending. Of course you are. All right. I know how to do some bending. It's called pee-pee bending. Here's grubbin. Ooh, grubbin. He's grubbing for some grub. And Turtwig and Hop. By the way, guys, we did a restock. We made fresh junk packs. Remember the junk packs? Those are $3 each. The junk packs have been refreshed. We have a whole bunch of them now. All right, there we go. Mr. Picalo Matt, thank you so much, man. Let's go. By the way, let's review these polls. So what we get in this round? We got the Turtwig's pretty nice. Good deal. Crashing Wave is cool. Chakra Meditation, I like that. Cruel Tutor, meh. Diligent Zookeeper, meh. Some nice regular cards. I like the Fire Lord Zuko. I actually think that's a nice pull. And here's Capsa Kid coming out of those pricey cards. So it's just kind of mixed results. Some were good, some were just okay. Get yourself a seaplane, get yourself a secret tunnel. We're gonna need a third bag, I think, Pacal. I'm just gonna get a third bag. What do you think of that? Pacalo Matt, today's stream brought to you by Pacalo. He went super deep. All right. Weird. Views are low today, and we are just busy as ever. Matt. You know, I feel like the title and the thumbnail were not very exciting. You know, I took a picture of like what a PSA 8 Pikachu and then Naruto and solo leveling. Picalo says 10 of the Ascended Heroes. You got it, 10 Ascended Heroes. Picalo said, hold my Pokemons. All right, guys, we're prepping the Ascended Heroes for Mr. Picalo. I'm calling it off Saturday to say bye to a friend. And now out of the blue, I'm Tuesday and haven't called of yet. But all right. What do you guys think of Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire today? The world's first trillionaire. Kind of makes billionaires look poor. Bernie Sanders was always like, oh, the billionaires. Yeah, right. They're not even trillionaires. What are billionaires? They're like poor people. There you go. They don't even have 1 trillion. Okay. All right. Alex had a stroke. They don't even have 1 trillion. They're basically poor. I have $5 billion. Yeah. Well, Elon Musk has 1 trillion. That's like 999 plus 1 billion. Basically, if you don't have like half a trillion, you're poor. And then if you want to be on Elon Musk's level, you got to have at least 1 trillion. And millionaires, I mean, millionaires are basically like third world country poor. You know what I mean? Like there's no money at all there. Like, please, sir, can I have some more? You want some more? Poor millionaires virtually got nothing. 100,000 millions. Insane. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10 here. It's really funny. Puts it all into perspective, huh? I mean, Jeff Bezos. I thought he was rich, and then I realized Daddy Elon's actually rich. Jeff Bezos is like, you know, the poor kid on the block. Step aside, Mark Zuckerberg. Kind of poor, you know. It is. When one man has that much money, how can he change the world? You know, the world is his oyster almost because he can just pay politicians to be whatever he wants them to be. Like if I'm a politician and I run off of donations, because that's how politicians make their money, they make it off of donations. If I'm a politician and this guy walks up to me and he's a trillionaire and he's like, I'll sell some stock and give you like 10 million, I'd be like, yes, daddy, what do you want? You just tell me what you want and I'll get that for you. Here's whoa, we got Mega Electric. So he has a lot of power. You know, remember he bought Twitter and turned it into X. And it was a lot of money to buy Twitter. But he was able to change basically, I guess you could call it the technology oligopoly, where all of the technology companies were basically on the same page. Look at that. Starting out okay. They were all on the same page for censoring. Remember, who remembers, not just a couple years ago, when we had all the internet fact checkers? Oh, yes. The Department of Truth is here. We're here to tell you what's the truth. Remember that? You couldn't go to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You couldn't go to any of those places and post anything too controversial because they would tell the truth. Hey, here's the truth. Or they would just ban you, they would punish you. And this is very scary because sometimes somebody is lying or spreading false information. Sometimes they're just saying something controversial. Maybe it's reality, but it's controversial. And so, you know, uh, there was so much censorship starting up in America, and you have just a couple tech companies controlling pretty much the whole internet. And that was a big topic of conversation, you know, something that seemed really like a big problem. And then Elon just walked in. He's like, you can say anything you want on X, except you're not allowed to call me out. Elon is not a fan of being attacked on his own platform. That part is true. But you really could just kind of go out and have a pretty extreme conversation on X. That's what's so interesting about it. And that's just sort of, in my opinion, it sort of broke the internet. because no longer could these other companies continue to silence you and ban you because you always have a place you can go. And I think it brought balance to the force a little bit. You know, it created a counterculture or a counter technology. All right, there we go. I wonder if he makes money on it or if it just loses money. So Mr. Waifu cards fell off. Are you talking about Pokemon waifu cards? So here we are. There was a time period where the Pokemon waifu cards were just doing crazy good numbers. This was at the beginning of the Scarlet Violet era. And I don't know why it started out that way, but yeah, they were just like, they were the chase pull in every set. And it was okay. But for me, I was always about the Pokemon, not the waifus. Now that's not true. Now the girl cards have gone back to selling for kind of like regular girl card prices. All right, Mr. Picallo, your third bag. Does someone say waifus? Yeah, it's crazy. He's almost as rich as me. I know. It's crazy how if you added mine and Elon Musk's money together, we'd have $1,053,000,000. It's so crazy. Whoa. Together, we're really rich. Let's see. Wow. A lot of heavy orders coming in. Picalomat, 22 of the OP16s. Let's see about that real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we would need another box to fill this. Before we do this, Picalo, I have to stop and take a look around to see the other cues, okay? So give me a second. Mr. Shahir wants Mewtwo to CGC. All right, Mewtwo to CGC. Mr. Shahir. We have CGC grading, guys. $28 per card. CGC grading. You got a lot of nice cards you could send to CGC, actually. Like this Yoshi's totally viable, by the way. Mewtwo. Ah, here he is. Good choice. Maybe he gets lucky and turns into a 10. Right? I thought that the XY Primal Groudon would be a 9. I mean, I was like really confident because it was so off center. Same with the stamped Moltres, but I still sent them. And the reason for that, you always send good 9s out in the off chance that they still turn into 10s. And I haven't had a CGC return in a long time, so I'm about to learn how crazy CGC is or not. Oh, we better remove this sleeve. We don't want to have this sleeve affecting the grader's thoughts. All right, there it goes. Sold my Dendra SAR PSA 10 for $1,000. Good times. Here we are. Good. Tossing that up. Too bad this Rosalina wasn't a 10. I'd put her in the waifu shuffle. Here. C. C for CGC. Good. That's done. That's done. Let's check the website real fast. I need to think about sending that Glaceon too. All right, so we also received nothing. I think that everything else is caught up. Picalomat, 22 of the OP16s. Let's go get it. All right. Excuse me. Whew. I sent a PayPal order. Yeah, but I think it's going to come after Picalo's order. So let's see. Yeah, right here. Ivan, he went to the Pikachu 8. I could probably just grab it for you right now, actually. Okay. Here you go, Ivan. Yeah, his orders was before yours. There it goes. One Poopachu. Speaking of which, do we have another Poopachu I can put up there? We got some 10s coming finally. Okay, so now wait a second. I brought these into the room, but you start out with this half box, which is a good half box, because nothing's been pulled out of it yet. So you definitely want these. Too late for an order? Not if you send it right now. So that's 12 out of 22. And then you need 10 for the next box. Good luck in there, man. Ow. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, Mr. Picalo Matt. Big orders from Picalo today, guys. How about that Dragonite Prism for 365? That's a cool card. Okay. And we're gonna sneak this. All right. I still want to get a couple cards. Oh, I gotta sneeze again. What the hell? Priced up. There must be so much dust. I need to pull everything out of this room and dust the whole room up. Okay, ready? Is it good to buy Hanafuda for investment? Gosh, that's a great question. I think that they're really cool. So, I mean, for a collectible to go up in price, I think it has to jump through that hoop at the very least. So, Hanafudas are pretty fun. They're not very expensive. Hanafuda 10s are like less than $100. So, it wouldn't be impossible for them to move from like $75 to $150. That would be pretty easy. Oh, I'm talking about Mario Hanafudas, by the way. Now, if you want to talk about Pokemon Hanafudas, those are already really expensive. What is this guy? He is? All right. Grab that. Here's, whoa! All right. The guy with the seagull on his head. Cool. Now, details? You want some details? Here he goes. Very nice. Congratulations, Mr. Picalo. Let's see if we pull another one, too, okay? Because you might. Your odds are like 1 in 2.4 or something that you pull another one. Something like that. Mr. 3. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's Mr. 3. Looks like I did the right thing starting a new bag for you because you were not done. Here's a hollow. Whoa, this is the smoker guy with the cigarette or something, isn't it? I don't know. Looks kind of like him. All right. Boop. Glasses man. Man with the very crazy looking face. Here's the blue guy. Shinji or something? I can't remember his name. Hat guy. I can't remember his name either. All right, here's this diva once again. It looks like a wrestler. What is this art style, man? What's the chase out of this set? There are mangas, and it's 3 Gaifus. Blink. There we go. Very lucky. One more full art. Good deal. All right, that was a hot round for you, Picalo. Double full arts. Let's grab your bag. Picalo Matt filling up the P box. There was room in the P box, not anymore. Here's a Gengar 10 for $64. Here's Inevitable Betrayal SpongeBob SquarePants Patrick Star. Ooh, pretty cool. We had 40 likes. I'm going to run the giveaway. So here it is. All right, let's see. I'm going to hit refresh. Mister, one more round and I'll get off. Nice. So keyword Robbie. We're going to hit done on that. Sounds good to me, man. You made today's stream pretty fun. Yeah, we were busy as heck. We didn't get a chance to price up all these beautiful cards like this Charizard there. This Charizard was a regrade. He got a 9 with tag, and then he got a 9 with PSA. Womp, womp, womp. Too bad. Should have just sold him. Charizard 211. Wow, he's not even that expensive. All right. It'll be about $80. I'm putting this into the Pokey Shuffles because he's a nice card to put in there. Charizard into the Pokey Shuffles right now. Pokey Shuffles need some cards like this one. 1, 2. Look how many cold cards. The box needs more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There goes. Don't mess with the Squeak Squad. That's right. Oh, so you want to mess with the Squeak Squad. Squeak. 211. Charizard. Huh. Mess with the Squeak Squad, get the teeth. There you are. In another life, maybe I got to be a cartoon character on a show. There we go. All right. Whew. So Ivan purchased this Trick or Trade Pikachu. Already wrote his name on it. Good. And now we have a 6 order for 3 of the Gem 2s. She smells blood in the water. She knows it's close. Here it is. Ooh. Ready? Ooh. All right. So we have Stamp Flareon. Ooh. Stamp Flareon. We've got V Flareon. And we have, oh my God, the easiest Umbreon ever. Wow. All right, give me a top loader for this. Look at that, guys. There you go, 6. 6, what do you think? Do you think these packs were underpriced? I have a feeling they were. Here we go. Oh my gosh, yes. Very nice, Miss 6. My thoughts are, how can Gem 3 and Gem 1 and all those other ones be more expensive, but Gem 2 is still pretty cheap? There you go. All right, wonderful pull. That's an expensive pull, everybody. Very nice. Very good. All right, that's one of the biggest pulls of the day. I think it might be the biggest one this stream. Don't you guys think? I think that's the biggest pull this stream. Speaking of the Gem 3s, actually, let's see what a case is. I am curious. Gem 3 case. Let's call it Pokemon. Pokemon Gem 3 case. Let's do. I didn't want to interrupt you going through the pack, so that's why we didn't look at the price, but that's over now. So let's take a look. There's Gem Volume 3, Gem Volume 3, Gem Volume 3, Gem Volume 3. And what do we have it? We have it by ended recently. Okay, give me a second. Horizons. That's not the name of the set. Here it is. So most recently sold. Oh no, this is Gem 2. That's what's going wrong. Okay. Gem 2. Whoops. All right, here we go. We got Gem 2. Okay, Gem 2 is a little bit cheaper than Gem 3. Gem 3's breaking over 2,000. Oh, Gem 2 is really close, actually. Gem 2 is pretty close. And let's do a quick calculation then. Divided by 20. Now we need to know how many packs are in a box. Because Gem 3 has a weird number. It has like 18 or something. Ow. I think this is 15. Okay. An evolution set got more expensive? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that one's 15, which is interesting because it could actually make this set more expensive than the Gem 3. See, having a higher number of packs in the booster box keeps the price lower, actually. So you take this, we divide it by 15, and the price on this is $9.50 a pack. What were we doing? Like 6, right? Yeah, we're doing 6. So the price is now changing. We're going to change it to 9. We're not going to change it to $9.50. 9 times 15 is going to be 135. So a whole box will be 135. All right. So I didn't want to mess with that. I left it alone, but now we've got our update. So Gem 3 is a $9 pack. Gem 2 is a $9 pack. Gem 1 still a $6 pack, which is probably not correct. If these other two are more, well, no, Gem 1 has Captain Pikachu. Yeah, I suspect it's not correct. I'm going to get rid of these dollar signs. We don't need dollar signs. We know it's all in dollars, don't we? Is that not obvious? Let's get rid of all these dollar signs. No dollar signs needed. Wait, do I do dollar signs on the rest of the menu? Oh, I do. I do dollar signs throughout the menu. I didn't know that. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. We're adding back in like a dummy. Gem 1's probably the next one to get repriced. Same with Journey. Chinese Hidden Fates is $9. That's pretty cool. I like the dollar signs. All right, so let's go back in here. And, we're going to go to the website. We have to update the website. Start cutting outwards, not inwards, says Mike's side. Okay, let's say gem. There you go. Okay, update to gem 2. All right, so those low prices on the Chinese packs didn't last too long, did they? Turns out they are pretty cool sets. They got exclusives. I did pretty good on the Chinese gem sets because I was busy buying. Not only did I buy a couple of the cases, not a crazy amount, but what I did that was really important, I bought myself, I think, 2 or 3 of those Gengar Pikachus, which I think is going to turn out to be a pretty smart move. I think it already is. Like, I bought it when it was already much cheaper. So now if it crashes, I'm still probably okay, which it should crash. Jolteon Gem 2. Cheap boxes on eBay. Yeah, but do you want to buy cheap boxes or do you want to buy it by the case? Like, you go buy the boxes. I'm going to buy the cases. Boxes just means someone's already pulled the hit and now they're giving you the bad boxes. That happens a lot. All right, this guy's going to be $60. And he's going to go straight into the Poke Shuffle. So there's a stamp. Jolteon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cases 2. There we go. You ready? We're going to say number 12. Jolteon. And P10. There we go. Very nice. I just bought Steel Booster box of OP5, OP1, PRB1, EB1 English for a very good price. I'm happy. And we're going to put this here. All right. Cheap cases are complex. When it comes to buying the Chinese cases, how you source it matters. And also import fees and taxes are a big part of the calculation. So there's processing fee, import fee, and taxes. Yeah. Now we're going to set this over here. It's not so. It's like when you order grading with PSA. It looks cheap when you're signing up for it, and then when they ask for your credit card, it's like, oh, this is almost double the original amount I thought I was going to pay. We were showing that last night. Here's Mr. Shahir. He says Glaceon to CGC. You got it, Shahir. All right, but you get guys with no reputation selling the case, and you have to wonder, like, is this a scam? So you got to find someone with good reputation, and what do you know? The good reputation guys typically charge a little more. You're like, oh man. You got paid more to buy from a person who is not an experiment. Aha, the Glaceon. Ooh, he's good. I like the Glaceon. And China's a little scary. Have you guys watched the videos? Tusha here from Sarah. Aw. Did you guys watch the videos of the repacking machines in China? And they are repacking recognizable sets? Be mine. What are you getting signed by Jason Page this weekend? Probably my man tits. Let's grab this. Jason, sign my boobs. Let's see. Okay. Did you see 6 bot hella Gordies? Yeah, she told me I'm a big Gordy fan. I love collecting Gordies. Send me all the Gordies, please. All right. Set that there. Okay, this is going to be Mr. Shahir. Good job, Mr. Shahir. You secured the SIR anyways. Probably with your devilish good looks, by the way. That was probably what did it. All right, so there we have it. Not bad. Now, I'm not expecting a 10 on the Glaceon at all. I don't think he's got a shot. He is a little off center. But you know what? He's going to be nice when he's all done. Eddie Morales says, "Want Ascended Heroes?" Okay, I have to open a new case of the Ascended Heroes. I'll be back. Wait for me, guys. All right, here we are. I didn't need a new case. Okay. Is it TCC or 6 that has all the Gordies? It is. Sorry, I'm not that cool. All right. All right. Let's move this off to the side. Eddie Morales. Ready? So, what do we got? 1 pack. That's all you need for 1 Mega Gengar. Ooh, 1 Sprigatito popped out. All right, you got a Sprigatito out of there. Cute. It only takes 1 pack to pull Gengar. That's true. Eddie with an E. Love to get some new guys in here. We got to get some new guys making a first time purchase in the stream. What do you guys think? I don't think I've seen a new guy purchase in a little while. We need to get a new guy. All right, here are these insane Rocket Returns Pokeballs. Look at how cool this is, man. Really focus on the center of the image. That's neat. An actual rocket ball from 2004. Pretty cool. I bet you this is $500. Let's see. I can't find one for sale. Let me check sold. Oh my God. I underestimated. This is March 26th. Pokemon Japanese Black Deck Kit, first edition Rocket Pokeball, $700. Did you think I was joking? Wow, that's crazy. That was back in March. So that's last sold. Wow. What the fuck? That's crazy, dude. I would have thought 500 was already a lot. Am I surprised? Not really. Again, this is Rocket Returns, and that is a Team Rockets Pokeball, first edition from Rocket Returns. There's not a lot of ways for you to obtain a card just like this. That's my slab for 500. Can I send via 2 payments to equal 20 and start a slab away? I don't mind. Wait, on this card right here, I haven't priced it yet. I was going to make it 800. It is because that was back in March. Shoot, man, that was back in March. We're in middle of June now. What do you guys think this is worth now? 850 maybe? I mean, the markets continue to move up, not down. I'm gonna do 850 on it. So I really like this one. When it came back, I was cooing over it. I was saying, take a look at that, man. I kind of gazed at it for a while because I knew right away that I'd done very good on those. Because this is a card I want. You know, when I want it, when I have that gut feeling, I know that something good's going on. All right. No, not that one. Okay, yeah, sure. You could go for a different card. So here's 23. Very nice. Pokeball. Wow, wow, wow. That's nuts. Pacalamat with one especially huge order. He wants 10 Ascended Heroes, 5 Nikkei English First Edition, 2 Crown Zenith, 2 Avatar, 1 OP13 English, 2 Paldean Fates, 3 Gems, 2 Live Customs, 5 Poke Shuffles. Let's start with your 2 lives and 5 Poke Shuffles. You ready? Mr. Pacalo. March is ages ago in Pokemon cards. That's probably 3K. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, but you're right. It probably did go up because the Pokemon market went up from March. All right, you pull Thievul. That's a good one. You're getting lucky in here. You are having good luck with these Poke Shuffles. Where's Thievul? Oh, he's in here. Here he is. Thievul from V-Star Universe. It's an AR, and it's graded 10. So you got another nice 10. Let me show you the artwork. Sometimes you got to remove the sleeve to see it. Pretty cool, right? It's in one of those beautiful tag holders. Tag has the best holders. That's because their holders are like glass. Very different from PSA. PSA's holders are like, you can tell they're more plasticky. Tag's holders are like glass. Very different. 2 live costumes. I hear it can keep you awake 24/7. Kool-Aid pineapple. You should try it. All right, so keep on the Thievul. Oh, you're just getting so lucky. The jumbo pack. So now this is new. You get to decide whether to keep the jumbo pack or to re-roll it. So the re-roll would be for $125. Let me show you the jumbo pack. So the jumbo pack is now an item in the live customs. It's surprising someone pulled it already. All right, so here it is. The jumbo pack is this whole pile of booster packs. It adds up to like 160, I believe, but I put it in there for 150, so I put it in at a reduction. These are very fun to open because of the variety, and you just pulled it for 50 bucks. That's nuts. The Boys, Animal Crossing, Final Fantasy. So you can open this or leave it sealed and re-roll it. Let me know what you prefer. Normally, we do 160 on these, and when you pull it out of the box, it's only 150. Pretty neat. All right. Pretty neat. We can toss the jumbo pack in the live customs, guys. We don't even need to run the jumbo pack anymore. We can just have it be a pull. Open it. All right. So he's got the jumbo pack. He's keeping it. I'm gonna keep this card in the box like this because we're gonna do that again. We're gonna make a new one. We got a lot of stuff we need to make. We need to make new jumbo Japanese packs for Miss Sarah Dusenberry. She really likes those. And then we need to construct a new one of these. Now, wow, dude, he's keeping the Thievul. He's keeping the jumbo pack. You're way ahead because you did not pay $50 for this Thievul. You paid 25, and you did not pay 160 for this. You paid 50 for that. So you're way ahead in there. Now let's get your order together. I tell you what, let's open this pack first, and then we'll get the rest of your order. All right, the jumbo pack break. Hello, Mister. Dang, that jumbo pack is cool. We're gonna build a new one and put it back into the live customs, so it'll be pullable again. So first of all, we got a couple of these older Pokemon packs like Vivid Voltage here. We got the Gem 5. We're still waiting for this to show up. It's really disappointing. Okay. Here's a Battle Region. Here's Riftbound and Jujutsu Kaisen. So you get to experience some sets maybe you wouldn't normally open, but I mean, those sets are doing pretty well. Like here's Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Collection. You could pull an expensive overframe, some Korean Pokemon, some One Piece, some Weiss Schwartz. It's like a demo platter. That's always why the jumbo packs have been successful. People enjoy the variety. There we go. We kind of construct them real fast. We aim for 160, but the truth is you usually get more than 160 because I usually discount some of the packs while we're adding it up. And then later on, if it doesn't sell, we usually add a pack or two for free, which this particular round, that's what happened to it. All right. So we're starting with The Simpsons. These are old wax packs. Ready? Drill that Gengar. I am not a 32-year-old woman. You can't say that now. Whoa, the All-American Family, The Simpsons. That's a great card, man. All right, that's the top card in the pack. The rest of these will be moments from the TV show, like Gangway Man, Tolstoy Schmolstoy. Okay, I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you? Ugh. Wow, this guy's going to pass away, the creator of this, Matt Groening. He's probably really old now. The Simpsons is a really old show. Kind of scary to think about. The world is moving, you know. Time's marching on. What an amazing worker he must have been. He made so many shows. There we go. Mister got the cards of his age. Hey, I'm young and beautiful. What are you talking about? All right. Here's Dreamlike Oceans. Cloud. Wow. First you get the good Simpsons card. Now you get the Cloud Hollow. That's easy. Cloud's he's not a full art, but again, you could grade him and he would probably sell. People just buy the Cloud cards. Here's a sexy mama coming out of Azure Lane. Okay. I'm looking to hire somebody like this to help me clean my home. How do I do that? I think it's really expensive, actually. All right, let's see. What's the queue like? Well, we got to wrap up. We're at the 1 hour mark, so no more orders, guys. We're not done for today. We're going to have a second stream tonight, but I got to go have dinner with Kara, so she's going to feel really lonely in a second here. And then we're going to have a fight, and I'm going to be in the doghouse. Here's, okay, so the boys pack, that's a cold, the boys pack. No hits. You're looking for numbered cards. You're looking for special hollows. You're looking for, you know, there's a lot of cool things that you can pull out of there. Here's Animal Crossing, Zoe, Tiansheng, and Mabel. Ooh, you got holographic Mabel. What's cool about these cards is they also act as amiibos. And so not only are these gradable, but they can be used in the actual game. So we bought these at someone's request a while back, and they've been kind of fun. I wish somebody would grade one, actually. This is a Palo Sand for you, coming out of the Pikachu set, the electric set. Here's OP15, just a hollow. Here's Weiss Schwartz. We've got just a hollow. Okay, how about the Yu-Gi-Oh! V? You get to keep all these because they're hollow, but if you ever don't want to keep your Yu-Gi-Oh! Hollows, guys, just let me know, and we can trade them away or whatever you want. So a lot of hollows coming out of those packs. No hits coming out of those packs, though, from what I just saw. Well, wait a second. There's too many in here. All right, there we go. All right, now we got Riftbound. Yeah, you got Riftbound, Arachnoid Horror. Would CGC grade Animal Crossing? That's a great question, actually. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They probably would, though, because they're like the second biggest grading company. They'd probably figure it out. Here's Jujutsu Kaisen with Sukuna SR. Not bad. That's like a miniature hit. It's not the full hit. Here's some hollows out of this Pokemon battle region. Here's Gem 5. We're still waiting on Gem 5 to reach the menu. It's so sad we're waiting so long. Really disappointing. I'm upset with the person I ordered them with, but I don't want to buy more than I already bought. Just waiting for them to correct the order. That's a cold pack. Here's the triplet beat. How about Magikarp? Nope, we got Clodsire. Sakuna's better than Gordy. Here's Inferno X, just a cold one. All right, now we're down to the we have reached the Pokemon English packs. So some magic could happen here. Let's find out. That's a greenback. So we're going to pick up Kakuna out of Vivid Voltage. Okay. Here's Darkness of Balls. You got any Darkness of Balls? Here's Clang. Remember how crazy people were for this set? All right. How about Perfect Order? It's a new set. Snavy. Look how many hollows you get in the new sets. It really changed Pokemon. Back then, you just got one hollow. I think it made the hollows from that time period more valuable. Now you get so dang many of them. Chilling Rain. All right, this is your good English pack. Oh, it's a white pack. And Galarian Moltres. All right. Might actually be worth grading these days. All right, cool, man. So no huge surprises. I think the best pulls were probably the early ones. How much is the Animal Crossing? I think it's pricey. I think it's like $10 a pack. Yeah, it was an unusual set because it wasn't just a card set. It was also an amiibo. So they weren't cheap at all. Okay, Sukuna. I think we have a little bit left, like maybe 3 or 4 packs left. I was just gonna bleed them into these jumbo packs. Ooh, Cloud was good. All right, overall, it was all right. Overall, very fun to open. It's even it's even more fun when you snipe a big hit. All right, there you go, Mr. Picallo. You got a lot of bags now. Save me one. I'm gonna save you one. Let's see. I've got this is the last box of it, I believe. And here they are. Why is this guy in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't think that I don't think that Mega Dream's supposed to be there. Must have gotten misplaced. All right, now we work on the rest of your order. Can you believe this? All this time and we haven't gotten to his main order. So we gotta get some Ascended Heroes open for you. 10 packs. This is a $528 Picalo Mat order. So this guy's going hella deep. He said, let's open some Pokemons, dude. There we go. 6 for 6. I think it's going to be 10 for. I need something that rhymes with 10. 10 for. I can't think of something that rhymes. What's something that rhymes with? No, I can't think of it. I can't believe. Wait a second. Give me a second. Let's see. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. Boom. All right. Now, where's my scissors? We're going to sneak this. And we're going to sneak this. Mister, I forgot. But what's the deal with Yellow Cheeks and Red Cheeks? Yellow Cheeks Pikachu is uh, a later print, whereas Red Cheeks is the older print. I think so. So the Red Cheeks tends to sell for more. People want the Red Cheeks, baby. They say, give me them cheeks. All right, there we go. Tossing that away. Here's this. There we go. All right. And we're going to pop this up here and throw this away. All right. Let's get all these together. Red Cheeks is when Pikachu is hot. Red Cheeks is when Pikachu sees me with my shirt off. All right. And he goes, whoa. Blush. All right. Okay. We'll put this, oops, we put this over here. There we go. Now, also, we're going to grab this. Let's see. So, the rest of the order, we got 10 packs, 5 Nikkei English. 5 Nikkei English. Do-do-do-do-do. English Nikkei. Do we need a fresh box of it? It actually looks like we need a fresh box of it. That was my suspicion, which means we grab one of these. Haha. Fresh box of Nikkei. Snip of that. All right. Low power on my iPad. Give me a second. I got to plug this in. Oops. Plugging this in. Okay. Now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. All right. And where's my baggie? Popping this over here. Now, 5 Nikkei, 2 Crown Zenith. Let's see, 2 Crown Zenith. The Crown Zenith is another set that's selling really fast. All right, there we go. 2 of these. Boom. 2 of the avatars. The avatar. There you go. And then 1 OP13. That's going to be this expensive pack. Oops. Boom. All right. 2 Paldean Fates. Dang, dude, you just go right for the best stuff. So 2 Paldean Fates. 3 of the Gem 3s. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. And 2 Live Customs, 5 Pokey Shuffles. Whoa. That's a lot of stuff. This guy's an oil tycoon. I was watching a TikTok today, and it was this kid talking about how he has $5 million because when he was basically a baby, this kid, he was like 18 years old or something. And he said, I'm set for life. And the interviewer's like, why? And he says, my dad bought me a bunch of Tesla stocks when I was a baby. And so today, the value of the Tesla stocks, it's not 5 million, it was 50 million. I was watching this with Carrot, right? And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, this is exactly why you're going to see a rise in Pokemon cards. It's because you can't underestimate how much money is truly out there. And it's over time, it's young people getting a hold of this money. And you got to ask, like, what are young people going to spend their money on? And increasingly, it's going to be Pokemon because for the boomers, you got Finizen. For the boomers, Pokemon cards were not very special or relevant to them. But for young people, it's extremely relevant and extremely nostalgic. So it's the time period. Ooh, this card's really good. This card went way up in price. All right. There we go. Mister, is that English OP13? I wanted English. Ooh, good catch. Okay, do we still have good catch? Good catch. I remember I'm reading that the first time. Let me put this back. So he's got the more desirable English pack. Here we are. Ta-da. All right, good. So we haven't snipped that yet. All right. Here's Crown Zenith. Rescue Carrier. Ooh. Okay. Now, here's Magic the Gathering. You ready? Ready? Here's Ally. Momo Friendly Flyer. Ooh. Look at that. Very nice. Here's Agent of Treachery. Look at that. Very nice. Here's Ong at the Crossroads. Ooh. Okay. Here's Katara Waterbending Master. That's a mythic holo. Very nice. Zuko Conflicted. Very good. That was when he was becoming a good guy. Ally, Island, Katara, Heroic Healer, Thriving Isle, Cathartic Reunion, Long Fang, My Jaded Edge, Ozai, Rowdy Snowballer, Porcupine, and Cat Owl. Very nice. Very good. Okay. Nimbus. Zuko, I'm the new movie is foin. Now, what do we have here? We've got Ally, The Last Agni Kai. Ooh, I don't remember Agni Kai. Place that there. We got Earth Rumble Triumph. Okay. That is such a cute new mail. It's very cute, isn't it? Toph, Greatest Earthbender. Okay. Here's Reckless Ben. Oh, wait, Reckless Blaze. Ba Sing Se, Island, Roku, Ong's Defense, Freedom Fighter, Zhao, Ruthless Admiral. Oh, Zhao. He's so ruthless. Earth Kingdom Protectors, Accumulate Wisdom, Wall Top Sentries, Curious Farm Animals. More like Curious Dinner. I'm gonna have me some rat burgers. The tail is what makes it crunchy. All right. Sleeving this. Oops. Okay. Hey. You ready for the Ascended Heroes? So this is a lot of Ascended Heroes. Let's start sneeping. Thanks, Bacalo Matt. All your orders support what we do over here, gives us entertainment. Bacalo's been very nice today, guys. I hope you pull a Mega Gengar. I do. He just popped in and said, let's go super duper deep. Thought you did pretty well on those live shuffles and live customs and Poke Shuffles. I like how they're already graded 10. I feel like that's one of the big appeals on those. Okay, ready? Here's Boss's orders. Good. Obstagoon Rayquaza. Ooh. All right. Here's, oops. Okay, we've got Badoo. Here's Ghastly, Monkey Dory, Rayquaza again. Hey, Rayquaza. Team Rocket's Mimikyu and Pikachu. Look at that pup. It's Punkachu. He's such a punk. But here's the Mimikyu. All right. Miss Magus. Good. Here's Ends Zoroark. Ooh. Here's Zekrom. Very nice. Camerupt. Dun Sparse. Look at that Dun Sparse. And Boss's orders. There it is. All right. Good. Oops. Lovely. There we are. Boss's orders. Toph. Last Agni Kai. Zuko. Agent of Treachery, Momo, which I think is a great pull. The Ditto's a great pull as well. So pretty good. Pretty cool. Let's try these last round out. Where are the ARs now? I know. Where are the ARs? A couple ARs would have been helpful there. You're busy getting double Rayquazas, though, so that's not too bad. I like those Rayquazas. I think a lot of those are going to get graded. But you got an important one. You got the friend ball or whatever that was. No, not the friend ball. You got one of the custom ones. One of the nice reverse hollow ones. All right, what we got? Girl sleeping with teddy bear. Very cute. Okay. And here's a hollow. And here's a hollow. Hollow wet swimsuit girl. Wet t-shirt. Pink hair girl with doggy. Here's girl with pink hair. Here's girl that looks like she's an actual warrior, maybe. Like she's got Tekken gear, guys. That would be the Nikkei. No crazy pull out of the Nikkei. Darn. All right. Excuse me. Okay. Ooh, here's a stamped Chandelure. Chandelure. Boop. Okay, got a little Meowth. And we got a little Miss Majors. So that would be your Gem 3s. You got one stamp out of 3 packs. And the last but not least, your $20,000 manga card. Pulling right now. You got Silver's Rayleigh. Rayleigh? That's an SR at least. Woo! Pacalo Matt. #1 customer today, Pacalo Matt. He went deep. Holy, dude. Thank you so much, Mr. Picallo. Appreciate it. I thought the Ditto was pretty good. You know, if that Ditto grades 10, I think he's expensive. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, that Ditto grades 10. He's a pricey card. And at this point, it's probably time to investigate the Crown Zenith because we are almost ready to get a new box of that open as well. And that set is going up. I know it is because I keep up with the news. Big fan of these boxes. Let's see. Crown Zenith. Okay, give me a second. Let's scooch this over here. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 6, huh? Divided by 6. Ooh, that's pricey. No thanks. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that wasn't useful. We're looking for the cheapest price on Crown Zenith restock today if I had to restock it. We did a restock of the Paldean Fates today, so we got more of those now. I care a lot about keeping up with these particular products. They're very good products. Oh, wow. That's crazy. So this guy has just one of them left. So that is an important detail. Let's see. Hmm. So no easy restocks on this product either. The Paldean Fates, at least you could get an easy restock. But it was an expensive easy restock divided by 14. Says I should be doing 38 on Crown Zenith. What are we currently doing? Crown Zenith. Prices shift pretty fast, especially for these good sets. Okay, so Crown Zenith was also being sold around 30. We're going to update that to 37. So Crown Zenith shall be 37 from here on out. And then I'm going to go ahead and acquire this. And then we're going to update the website at the same time. Prices on the most desirable sets shifting upward. Bubble Mew and Crown Zenith. That's Paldean Fates and Crown Zenith. Moving upward. Nobody really knows what set's going to do the very best over time. You know, it's just kind of a bet. But some sets seem to be outpacing the others. I don't even have a lot of Crown Zenith. I wish I did, but I never really liked that set, so I didn't buy a lot of it. And now, years later, it's one of the best sets. Here's the thing about Crown Zenith, though. You open it and you almost always get a hit. You get a hit so fast in Crown Zenith compared to like other sets. So the pull rate's super high. So your return when you buy it, your return on investment is pretty fast. Pre-grade Umbreon for Miss 6. All right, 6. Congratulations on your Umbreon. One of the best pulls today. Still time to beat it, but I don't know if anyone will. Ready? Whoa, how could you not like Crown Zenith? I was upset back in the day. Why is that Rocket Ball 850 insane? Last sold in March for $700. Look it up. Last sold 700. That's Team Rocket Returns Rocket Pokeball. I was betting it was going to be 500, by the way, before I looked it up, because I already knew it was an expensive card. Because back in the day, I think I used to sell it for like 300, and we sold both of them. And now this is another black deck that I opened. There's not a lot of black decks left. And so I got 2 more of them by some luck. And there we are. 850 is going to be the price that I part with them. And that number can go higher because there's none listed on eBay at all. All right, don't bother with the pristine on this one. It's got off-centering issue, so it cannot grade black label. In particular, you see that the right side is thicker than the left side. So that's the main issue. Otherwise, a very clean card. I think this is a nice, strong 10. You might have a chance with the pristine CGC, okay? But let's zoom in there, and there you can see the right side's just a bit thicker than the left side. So we're not expecting black label. Maybe that's what we'll do. So if something has a shot at black label, I'll call it 10 plus plus. I'm going to call this one 10 plus. I like this one a lot. As usual, pretty clean. I should look it over a little harder before we just give it a 10 plus. So let me look it over one more time. Got to be able to stand by my grade. You know, if I'm scrutinizing it a little bit harder, I was too fast to hand out the 10 plus. So that's why we that's why we hesitated. So I don't like that right there, right here. And I also don't like this right here. Okay. So if we're truly scrutinizing it, besides the off centering, those bumps. All right. So we're going to give it a regular 10. There you go, Miss Six. Not a 10 plus. All right. Getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself. Got to be realistic. Whenever you grade cards, you got to be realistic. If it's there, it is a flaw. There it is. All right. Miss Six. Sword and Shield's the best return on investment for me. Sword and Shield's cool, man. But Calumet, can you look through my box and see what's worth grading with CGC? So that's called a bag sort, and that costs $3 per bag. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bags. You got a lot of bags, Mr. Picallo. Why don't I start? Why don't you send $6 for the bag sort, and I'll start right now. The sooner we start, the sooner we're done. You guys, we're out of time. I have to go now. We are out of time. Okay, Picallo, I'm gonna sort it for you for $6. How does that sound? I don't know much about Riftbound, so I can't help you very much on Riftbound. Okay, so Valley, Captain Pikachu's interesting. These guys, Captain Pikachu. I like the Gyarados, but he's probably not worth grading. Let's be honest. Let's see. That's Master Ball. Here's a little duck. I bet you that was Karis texting me just now. You could grade that. Okay, that's bag number 1. So you send in $6 like you're sorting 2 big bags, and I'll sort all the bags for $6 like a gentleman. I appreciate all your orders today. You're very nice to me today. Oops. All right. The reason there has to be a price on the bag sorting is because if there was no price, everyone would just ask for it all the time. And the wait times for other orders would get really bad. So we got to slow it down somewhat so that doesn't get requested all day. Suki, yes, please. Here's Fire Lord Azul, Taunting Challenge. I like that. I like the yip yip. Katara, Zhao is cool. Badu, Flareon. I mean, you might as well look at any yellow border hollows these days, but I don't know. Are you really going to grade a Badu for a Leiron? I don't think so. I wouldn't. Unless they look perfect. If they look perfect, maybe I would. But even if they look perfect, I'd probably let them age a bit more. Okay, next bag. You can also do things like see all these hollows here. You can trade these hollows in for spots in the trade break, although we don't have a trade break right now because I ran out of time. That's like a signature hop. Does anyone care about that? Crashing Wave, Chakra Meditation. I like that. Chakra Meditation. Zuko Exiled Prince is cool. Fire Lord Zuko. Capsakid should be a hit. There's no way you're going to have me grade that. I'm like 99% sure no one will ever ask for that to be graded. Okay, here's this guy. All right. Bidoof's decently popular. I have a CGC 10, peelable Ditto Bidoof. Yeah, so you can actually liquidate like hollows that you don't want, and we'll convert it into $5 spots in a trade break. Usually the trade break is a bit of a junky card itself. Sukuna, Arachnid Horror. Mabel's probably gradable. Nothing came out of the boys. That sexy girl could be graded. Cloud could be graded. This could be graded. Okay. Couple cards, couple gradable cards popped out of that jumbo pack break. Did you guys like that? How do you guys feel about the jumbo pack break? The live customs containing a potential jumbo pack break. Is that fun or what? Some hollows. So those are more tradable hollows. Cute Mimikyu, Pikachu. So these Rayquazas are pretty serious business. Zhao, Ruthless Admiral, Reckless Blaze, Earth Tumble Triumph, Katara, Zuko, Ong at the Crossroads. Ditto is one of your best pulls today. Finizen's kind of cute. And a stamp card. So there we go. I think we went through 5 bags there. And what you see me generating is another bag. This is your hits bag, okay? Now, on another day, what you can have me do You can pay me to do pre-grades. Do you know what a pre-grade is? Pre-grades usually cost like $3 per card. So you could send in to have like 5 cards pre-graded and just tell me to pick the very best ones for pre-grading. So that's possible too. These are just little services. And I can really give you a detailed breakdown of your card to help you understand, do I send it to Beckett? Do I send it to CGC? Where do I send it? Do I wait? This Ditto is a pretty good one. So Ditto is a potential. I like the Momo. That's good. I like the Momo a lot. The Rayquazas are always good. That's really good if it could grade 10. The Simpsons, it's actually pretty expensive. Mabel could also be surprisingly valuable. That's a nice guy, whatever he is, some kind of admiral thing. Here's Fire Lord Zuko. That looks pretty artistic. I like that one. Turtwig is probably decent. Qatar, any of these where it's like just their name, Katara, any of those are probably pretty good. Taunting Challenge is really good. Firelord Azula is really good. That might be worth grading. The Foot card might be worth grading because it's so sexy. She's a popular character, isn't she? So she might be worth it. Let's see. Goldine's probably worth it. This guy's probably worth it. Captain Pikachu's are worth it. Although it's better if you have the AR Pikachu. Erica's Invitation's good. Charmander, Bill, Fomantis. There you go. Pacalomat, anything for you. So now what we do, the next step, we take another baggie like this one. This will be titled hits, okay? So now we'll know to come back to this. The rest of your bags are stuff you could have me ship out to you. You could trade the crap out of your side bags because there'll be a lot of B-side hits. And you know what I do these days, Pacalo? I make this little thing called junk packs, and people actually buy those for $3 per baggie. So I'm always looking for a resupply on the junk packs. So that's a thing now. It's so we have a system for eliminating junk. So that's why that has a little bit of value with this. And you can also buy junk packs. If you're somebody who doesn't want to give up your junk, you actually love it, there are junk packs for sale for $3. That's what we do with them now. All right, there we go, Mr. Picallo. Very good. Do those get moved to another one? These are my recreational pants. Fetch. For this here? I think he said recreational clothes. They look very expensive. Beneath the man, we find, or beneath the clothes, we find a man. And beneath the man, we find his nucleus. There you go, Mr. Picallo. The big buyer today was Mr. Picallo. Miss Six would like 3 of the Gem 1s. All right. Well, you're going to force me to up the price on the Gem 1s next. Go 1, 2, 3. Everyone's targeting these gem packs. Do those get moved to another one? Snip of this. So there you have it. A nice quick bag sort for you, Picallo. Thanks for that. Thanks for the big orders today. All right, we got a little Fooey Coco. Oh, he's like an apple, but he's also an alligator, I guess. Oh, man. Loaded. Ching. And that little guy. All right, not bad, Miss Six. I would be honest with you guys. I think I might as well just raise Gem 1 to $9. It's actually the oldest set. And you see Gem 2 and Gem 3 at $9. I don't know why this set wouldn't be a similar price. It's got Captain Pikachu in it after all. So that's the chase card is Captain Pikachu. There it is. Thank you, Miss Six. I can go look it up, but I'm already pretty confident I'm going to find the same price. I just don't see why it would be much cheaper. Like 30% cheaper than the other two, but it's got Captain Pikachu in it. Unlikely. I'm going to make Gem 1 $8. Okay, and it looks like it's a 15-pack box. Is that right? 8 times 15. I'm going to make it 18. $8, 120. Okay, so update on Gem 1. Let's just get ahead of it. I already know it's going to happen. We're all done, guys. Don't send in any more orders. It's actually 7 o'clock. I'm very late. I'm about to get in trouble. Karis is probably depressed because all we do is work. Even on Friday, we don't even have fun on Friday. So all we do is work. It's pretty depressing. It is actually pretty depressing because I'm going to eat dinner with her for like an hour. And then like 2 hours later, I'm going to start prepping for the next stream already. I'm going to start working on something. So we better stop here. All right, so that's been updated, and we're ready for a new box of that. And there's these 2 orders in the queue. Oh, that's Pacala Matt. Thank you, Pacala. All right. I don't even have time to go wash my bed sheets, guys. How am I going to get that done? Thank you, everyone. We had a great time. Did we add anyone to the Arabi break? We need to. Here's Joey Albrecht going in. Number 12. AOG. Mike side. Ivan. More slabs getting priced tonight. Surge. That's L12. All right. Good. Thank you, guys. More slabs being priced tonight. Have a nice Friday. See you later, everyone. See you for the late night stream.